Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack and Dave here, bringing you the watch along. We're ready. About 23 minutes until it's going to be hopefully a big Seagull barbecue of some kind. We have the lineup right in front of you guys. We were just talking about it at the end of the pre-match build-up, but maybe one more time if you haven't seen it already. It is Vicario in goals. Pedro Porro. Royale is joining Davies at center back once again. Destiny Udogie is starting, and we're going to see him back at left back. It's good return of Destiny Udogie, much needed. Højbjerg starting in that number 6 position instead of Oliver Skip. I think Dave might have alluded to it being more of an injury in Skip's case, which I think has come out to be true. And then we have Sar and Kulusevski once again in the midfield. Brennan Johnson on the right, supposedly Dermatron's favorite player. Brennan Johnson is starting today. Richarlison through the middle, up top, the big number 9. Let's see if he can continue his good run of form. And then Sonny, our Capitan, maybe one of the last games of this upcoming sort of fixtures that Sonny can be our captain. So we'll see who ends up taking that armband after him. And then lots and lots of good and really well-deserved potential cameos for some of our under-21s. Lots of under-21s on the bench to pick from, which is also very nice to see. But so many of you already joining us in the chat here. Really good to see all of you. Like I say, really nice to see so many of us spending time with us during the watch along. You know, picking us as your destination, picking us as, you know, the people you want to spend time with while watching this game. And let's hope that we get delivered a nice result and a good win today to climb higher up the table. But Dave, how are you?
Yeah, look, Jack, I'm absolutely buzzing, raring to go. I've been pumped for this game all day long. These evening kickoffs, you know, they really do take a long while to come around. Look, this game could go either way, right? We could continue on the way we finished against Everton, or we could completely dust ourselves down from that performance and go in here today with the hunger and the desire to try and close the gap on the top. So let's see what Tottenham turns up. I think it'll be the second. I don't think Ange Postecoglou will allow them to put in another performance like that. But look, despite all the injuries we're carrying, Jack, I'm actually quite confident heading in tonight. Brighton also have a lot of injuries. I'd say they're feeling the effects of it more than what we are. And Postecoglou has found a way of dealing with it, which I absolutely admire. Delighted that Emerson is in there over Dyer, of course. Didn't want to see that Moonhead back in. I thought he was atrocious against Everton. In fact, I agree with you. I don't think he was even trying out there, to be brutally honest. Højbjerg coming in. Skip is out with a knock. They say he'll be back for the Bournemouth game. Let's wait and see. He did travel with the team today. He did get off the team bus, which is where the confusion is at. But he does have a knock and he's not available for today. So we need a massive game from Højbjerg. And look, hopefully Jack had a parting gift, right? We know he's on his way out of the football club. So hopefully a parting gift from Højbjerg of a stellar performance, maybe reminding everybody how good he can be.
Yeah.
Just quickly as well, Papamatsar and Kulusevski are both on 4 yellow cards. So if they get booked tonight, they will miss that trip to Bournemouth. It seems like every game that we've got someone on a yellow. But look, I don't mind all the bookings we're picking up, because teams will hate playing against us because of how nasty we are. So it's just part and parcel. But look, hopefully they can afford the referee's book tonight. And I want a big game from Brennan Johnson. Really pissed me off against Everton, Jack. Some great things he done, like earlier on, great ball by Papamatsar. Brennan Johnson really couldn't get that cross wrong, to be brutally honest. But I felt like he faded out of the game completely. Yeah. I want to see a massive performance from him tonight. Richie and Son will perform. Although, it'd be interesting to see, actually, just quickly, how fit Richie actually is. He came off injury. We'll know by his movement within the first few minutes how fit he really is for this game.
Postecoglou, though, continues to play him through injury, though, which is a curious one. Just shows how much...
Got no one else, though.
I guess that's true, but it also just shows how much faith he must have in the guy, that he's willing to just continue to push him, maybe despite some injury worries there. But also with Richarlison, he's just been he's had a lot of trouble with injuries, so I hope this isn't in any way too serious and it doesn't hinder him all that much. And it feels like, though, like you're right, we haven't really gone a game in a while without having some sort of random, missed player, some sort of random injury or knock that's come about, or some sort of suspension. It feels like Spurs have always found an extra way to, miss another player. Even though we are already missing so many players, we continue to find another way to miss more players. So we'll see how we can cope today. But I already preferred Højbjerg over Skip anyways in that number 6 position. I'm curious what Højbjerg's mentality is like right now. I feel like he might already have one foot out the door, but knowing kind of the professional that I think he is, I think he will put in a good performance for us. But let's hope that he proves me right in that case. But so many people in the house Good to see all of you. We have Corey Boy in here. Whoop, whoop. Maybe Corey. Good to see you in the house, though, nonetheless. Sir Mick Hermlock as well is joining us. Always good to see you, Mick. Hopefully you're keeping well. Red Zepp is in here saying we need a big game from Richie. He's looking in form. He certainly is, Red Zepp. And then he's saying, some saying Udoji at center back, Emerson at left back. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out, Red, but I think it's going to be Udoji at left back and Emerson back at center back. Georgie Hill's joining us. Evening, lads. I'm optimistic about tonight. It's the return of fullback FC. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. George, absolute loyal and very, very dedicated member of the Harris Army and the Flat Cap Army. Hopefully you're keeping well. And yeah, I hope you had a wonderful holidays as well, my man, out in New York. Big up to you, Georgie Hill. Hopefully you're keeping well. San Antonio Hotspur, let's effing go. Come on, you Spurs. Love San Antonio. You guys have some terrific Mexican food, I must say, and I would love to have some of that after a nice win against the Seagulls. Iceman saying, good evening, fellas, and everyone in the chat. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Finally, some Ange ball is back. Come on, you Spurs. Going for a solid 2-0 win with Sonny and Kulu on the score sheet. Well, Dave, we talked about a surprise earlier, and the mention of the word has been Ange ball. I was given a very, very nice gift, custom designed by my own mom.
So jealous.
I have an Ange Ball sweatshirt here, everybody, for you all. And I feel like it's sort of, I said this today, but it's almost like a, really nice design. It almost looks like a Yale or like college, type hoodie that you can just sort of wear anywhere. I'm looking forward to like going to a bar or something and just running into somebody being like, huh, you like Ange Ball? Oh yeah, I love Ange Ball. And, starting conversations that sort of way. And just, meeting fellow Ange Ball enthusiasts. It just has to, be sometimes put out into the open. You have to make it more obvious than you might already give it, right? You have to show how much you love Ange Ball. Just show, to other people that it's okay to love Ange Ball. And I guess that's what this sweater is doing here. But there you are, everybody. The first mention of Ange Ball, and finally I get to show off the very, very cool Christmas gift from my own mother. Big up to you, Iceman. Good to see you as always.
Big up Jack's mother as well. Great Christmas gift.
What a gift indeed.
Next year, get one saying I'm loving Big Ange instead.
And maybe you'll get the same one, but then it says that on the back. Then Jay, 1, 2, 3. Good evening, all. Big up, boys. Come on, you Spurs. A 3-1 win. I would take a 3-1 for sure. And Jay, Derek Hutchinson's in here too, saying good evening, Dave and Jack. Brighton 2-1 to Spurs. Yes, Derek. Let's go for a 2-1. My original prediction is kind of on the lines of a 2-1 as well. I could see Spurs winning this by 1 goal. I don't know if we're going to win it by multiple goals. I see it being more of kind of a 1-goal type of win. Would love to be surprised by more, though. And King Hoddle, he's feeling pumped. Let's go, baby. Big up, King Hoddle. Hopefully you're keeping well, and hopefully you got everything situated. Got a nice cold drink maybe to the side. Got the TV all set up and everything. Maybe you're listening on the radio, not too sure, but always good to see you in the house. King Hoddle, Ribsy85 is joining us as well. Hey, y'all, let's go. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, Ribsy, and good to see you in the house. And I must say, it was nice to have the Profitron with us, but we were missing you on the pre-match build-up, Ribsy. Maybe next time you can come and join us, my man.
He was asleep.
Yeah, he probably was. Probably stupid o'clock, I imagine, for you, sir. And you need your beauty sleep like we all do. Big up to you, Ribsy, and hopefully you're all right. This, I imagine, crazy early morning maybe is what it's becoming for you. Lee Neary, good to see you, Lee. As always, big up Dave and Jack and everyone in the chat. Terry Bett says, who said 3-1 to Brighton? Stop this nonsense. Sober up right away. Spurs to win. Yes, we will try to, Terry. C. Dancer says, hi, guys. So many injuries in both teams. Hard to call this one. I'm going 2-1 Spurs. Richie double. Richie double. Love a Richie double. I think that was his first sort of spell where he started playing really well, and it began with a double. I think since then he's only grabbed 1 goal, if I'm right, in each game. So nice to see a double. It just any Richie goal, I think we'll be over the moon with. And the pigeon celebrations. I mean, it'd be nice to have 2 pigeon celebrations today, Dave.
Look, Jack, I don't know if I'd be able to handle 2. I've had a lot of exercise today, so I think 2 would send me over the edge. Look, just for his sake, Jack, I hope, even if he doesn't score, just play well, get a couple of assists. That's what he was doing off the wing, which I don't think he was getting credit for. Even though he wasn't scoring goals, he was still helping assist players. Look, with Richie, Ange Postecoglou has put massive faith into the guy. His move Son out of the middle could have easily backfired and put uproar amongst the Spurs fan base. But, his decision turned out to be right. Maybe he was listening to my predicted lineup that day, because I did sort of say it. But look, Richie has took that opportunity, and long may it continue, Jack. Long may it continue, because I think he gives us that different dynamic. That Forest game, if he doesn't take that header, the second half becomes a struggle. Forrest have a bit more belief. Who knows? Could have been turned over. But that's the sort of difference he can make to this team. In areas, he can make them run. And I think I said it in my pre-match predicted lineup, Jack, that I think one thing Richie doesn't actually get enough credit for is the timing of his runs. Last season, everyone was frustrated with how many times he was caught offside. Well, he's completely changed that this year. He's very rarely caught offside. But the timings of his runs, even when he wasn't scoring goals, he was still getting into the right positions and just missing sitters. But when you get into them positions, eventually your look's going to change, and it has changed. So for any young kid out there who's maybe going through a hard time playing up front, just look at Richarlison. Keep doing the right things. Eventually your look will change. But he deserves a lot of credit for the timing of his runs, Jack.
Definitely does. And he's just been that focal point in the box that we've been needing for the past few games. Sometimes you just got to make it easier on himself and just whip it into the big man and see what he can do with it. And Richie has been able to do that for us very recently. Let's hope he can continue it. Big up to you, Sea Dancer. Dan Davenport. Hey, Jack and Dave. Hope you both had a fabulous Christmas. I hope you did as well, Dan. Big up to you, sir. Always nice to see you in the house, and hopefully you are keeping well. Spurs GC TV. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. Big up Spurs GC TV. Donovan Osterreicher, the Donovision Pigeon Dance. He's put into the chat. Practice them now, Donovision, so that when it does happen, you're going to be fit and firing for your pigeon dance. And big up to you, Donovision. And I hope you had a good holidays. Hope you have a wonderful new year. Always good to see you in the house, sir. Peter Elsie is in here too. Good to see you. Mr. Fonetti, good to see you. Spurs Ninja saying big up, lads, in the chat. After all the games since Boxing Day, it's finally our turn. Come on, you Spurs. Dave, you enjoyed yourself, I imagine, on the Boxing Day. But I mean, it's nice to finally see the mighty Tottenham Hotspur play. The real teams are coming to display. And I would say maybe for a neutral, Brighton Spurs, probably something that actually a lot of neutrals might be watching, just because two very fun, exciting teams to watch that are pleasing on the eye. Maybe this is a bit of the neutrals game.
Look, Jack, they do say they save the best to last, right? And that's exactly what they're doing with us. Look, I'm used to having a game Boxing Day. You've been so good at doing them the last couple of years on Boxing Day. Usually I just can't bring myself to do it. But look, I think we've had to wait, 5 days? Brighton have had a whole week off, so we've had some of the longest periods off over the Christmas period. And it's set up for an absolute cracker tonight. Two teams that are going to press each other. Two teams that will look to dominate the possession. So it's going to be a right scrap, end-to-end game. Just hopefully we come out the right side of it, Jack.
Yeah, exactly right. And I do enjoy a bit of Boxing Day, but it is nice to see Spurs finally play. It maybe, to be honest, Spurs Ninja, you could say it's probably the battle of the, what's it called? Like everybody's second favorite team, sort of title. That was the case for Brighton last season. Definitely everybody's second favorite team to watch. I'd argue Spurs are sort of in that bracket this season. So in a way, kind of the battle of those, type of teams for this season. So like I say, a lot of neutrals could be watching. Keith Edwards, good to see you. Don't want to see sideways and backwards passing. I think that would be the recipe for our downfall in this game if we saw a lot of that there, Keith. Big up to you as always. Good to see you in the house. Darren Kilbane, good to see you. Saying we need to be at it, especially at the back for corners and free kicks, keeping it tight in midfield. 2-1 Spurs, like that prediction there, Darren. Akshay 777, bench is weak. I could say that, but I also think this bench is promising in that there's a lot of talent there, Akshay. And to be honest, I'd rather it be these younger players than see Eric Dyer, other guys like, I don't know what Sessegnon's sort of status is, but I don't ever want to see him on the bench. I know he's not good enough. There are plenty of players that I actually would not like to see on the bench, and the guys that are on the bench right now, I do like to see. And I understand none of them are proven, but that's just me personally. I do think that we have some talented players that maybe we could pick from at some stage. Good to see you as well. Jason Bell saying, is that the same blue as John Belushi's college sweatshirt? Could be there, Jason, but I think you got what I sort of meant by, that sort of kind of blue college sweater type of look. Big up to you, Czar Spurs. Big up to you, John G. Dave Janola. Hopefully you're keeping well, Dave Janola. Eric Bishop.
There he was.
Indeed, and Dave Janola is an absolute loyal member of as well, of this community. Big up to you, sir. Big up Eric Bishop. Hopefully you're all good. Daniel Larson, Daddy Hoiberg, Daddy Larson. Good to see you in the house, my friend. And Hoiberg back into the lineup today, man. We'll see how he does, and could be one of his last and final games. And as well to another Hoiberg enthusiast, Ellie is joining us. Hello, lads. Big up. Really excited for this one. Dave, you was there when Harry kicked the Coke bottle, and we took all 3 points. Let's see Hoiberg do that this time instead.
Do you know what, Ellie? It was a momentous occasion for me. Two of my favourite things in life at the time, Harry Kane and Coke. Sadly, I have none Neither anymore. I don't have Harry Kane or Coca-Cola because I'm on a diet. But look, I'm convinced Harry Kane, that was his parting celebration to me, knowing that I was there. He did know I was there because I texted him and told him I'll be there and I want him to score for me. He done that, and then he's the nearest Coke bottle he absolutely wellied, which is absolutely brilliant to see. Hopefully we see another sort of iconic celebration today. Maybe a Kulu, why always me, or something like that. That'd be epic. But look, Højbjerg, sad times, Elliot. I do think he's on his way out the club, but look, hopefully he can give you a part masterclass.
Indeed, and even David Harris, it looks like, from the Cheese Room, is saying flappy hands in the wind. Yes, Flappy Højbjerg. He's going to be starting in the number 6. Your favorite, Mr. Harris.
Give him a break.
He's your favorite. Adrian Chia, always good to see you, sir. Let us know how the scripts are going to go. I mean, I imagine it could be, as always, an unexpected script, one that, does catch us off guard, gets the heart race going, and we'll be ready for it. We'll try to be as ready for it as we always do, Adrian Chia. But big up to you, sir. Hopefully you had a good holidays. Hopefully you have a wonderful new year as well, Adrian. And he's saying, greetings from Basuma, Third Kit Society. 4 fullbacks rules. Yes, fullback FC is back in here, Adrian. And I like to see, that you're showing once again that pride and that faith in Basuma, as I have with Richarlison. I have the Richie kit on right now. The reason we're even late with the watch along is because I was scrambling around the house trying to find my Richie kit. That's how attached to it I am right now, Adrian Chia. But always good to see you, sir. Dave, any quick salutes to Adrian?
Yeah, look, first of all, Adrian, hopefully you had a great Christmas, my man. Let me know if you ever have plans to get to a Spurs game. That'd be awesome. But look, as for the four fullbacks, look, personally, I don't really have a problem with it. I think it worked okay against Man City. I have slight concerns maybe on them being pressed, but look, Porro and Adoge have been absolutely excellent. Ben Davies, hopefully we see one of his better performances, and Emerson, I'll be honest, I don't get nervous when he's selected like other people do, because for me, I think he's been absolutely solid. So, and look, the frustration, I don't want to see any frustration at substitutions today. Ange has what he's got to pick from at the end of the day. Your frustration should be at the club for not doing more to turn over this squad in the summer.
And in the case of Emerson, I must say, I said this on Twitter, but the fact that now he's all of a sudden being picked over Eric Dyer and where he's come from just sort of as a Spurs player, it's quite impressive. Fair play to Emerson, because his hard work has paid off. He's persevered through a lot of, I think, unnecessary hate and unnecessary sort of criticism. And here he is today, starting at center back, playing left back in other games. He's just doing a good job for us and clearly been a decent servant so far. Ken T is in here. Always good to see you, Ken T. Do you think Big Ange will give any of the youngsters some game time today? Dave, Donnelly, maybe Santiago, Dorrington?
Look, I will say there's a massive opportunity for it to happen. I think Lascelles will probably be one that'll definitely come off the bench at some point. Maybe Gill, but outside of that, you've got Donnelly, Dorrington, Phillips. That backline seems to be cursed with injuries at the minute. So if we get an injury, I don't want to see Dyer come on. I would love to see a Dorrington or a Phillips come on in that game. But look, there's a massive opportunity for any of them kids. Santiago, look, I'm not quite sold on Santiago as everybody else. Don't get me wrong. I think there's a very talented player in there, but I think he needs to bring a lot more consistency to his game. I do think Jamie Donnelly is ahead of him in that department, so I would be surprised if Santiago got on over Donnelly first. But look, I'd love more minutes for Jamie Donnelly. He's my guy. He's the best player in the under-21s. You're talking about a player that suits Ange ball.
Yeah.
Everything that Ange would like. He's the guy, so hopefully we see him get some minutes today. But I'd love to see Dorrington be rewarded at some point, but I'm not sure that will happen today.
No, it could be more likely a Jamie Donnelly appearance, maybe Ken T. I think Dave is right. And he can play in so many different positions. He can play across the front line. He can also as well play in midfield. So he is sort of kind of a guy that you can just sort of slot in, at some stage. So big up to you, Ken. Robbie Keane is in here too. Big up, everyone. Big up, Jack and Dave. At least we try not to lose in this game. Yeah, I think we can try to go for something here, Robbie. Let's keep up the momentum, sir. Stevie Webb saying, good evening, Dave and Jack. 3-1 Spurs tonight. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Come on, Stevie. You Harris Army. Big up to you, Stevie. J Mac is in here. Dave and Jack, salute. Evening chat. Big up to you, J Mac. Hopefully you're all right. Mark is in here as well. Let's down some chip stealing seagulls here earlier. I don't know if they're even stealing them, Mark. At least over here in Seattle, we just throw the chips right in their face, and force them to eat them, even whether they want to or not. We force them to eat them. It's probably not very good for them, I imagine. But Dave, maybe over in Ireland or the UK, are they more stealing the chips, off of people's plate, the Seagulls?
Oh, they're a nightmare down at the seaside, Jack. We call them, the dippers. They're always flying around, dip down, swoop something and off again. If I had my way, I'd be choking them out. But I don't think the RSPCA would be too happy with me.
Maybe not. And, it's definitely funny to see as well. Just sort of, everybody sort of always partaking in sort of the jokes around, eagle, eating or seagull eating. I do appreciate that everybody has a bit of humor about it. Big up to you, Big T. Tyler, always good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're all right this evening. And Tyler, I know you're like Moondog. Let me know if there are any bets that maybe you have lined up or anything like that today, in the chat. Feel free to before the game gets started, take some bragging rights, because then later on, it'd be nice to see if you get proven right. As well, we have Spurs 89. Good to see you. He says as well, I was there too, Dave, for the Brighton game.
Mad. It would have been nice for us to meet. Obviously, fate didn't make that happen. But look, it was good. I think what was it? Was it Kulusevski scored as well? I think someone took a shot and it sort of hit off him and went in as well. But look, it was a good night. Good car journey down. Not so good on the way back. The time it took. What was it? 3 hours trip from North London. But look, it was well worth the experience. Spurs 89. Hopefully we get to meet each other at a game soon, man.
That'd
be nice.
And Brian Easley as well. Come on, you Spurs from Texas. Listen, Brian, absolutely love Texas. I think we had San Antonio Hotspur in here earlier. Love me some Mexican food. I think you guys probably have maybe some of the best Mexican food, I think, in the country personally. But that's just me, just my own hot takes. But big up to you, and always good to see everybody joining us this evening. We're almost close to kickoff here, everybody. So if you can for us, smash that like button, please. Really does help out, push out this content to other people around our lovely Spurs community. Feel free to get your comments in. Let us know your thoughts ahead of this game. Feel free as well to support the channel by grabbing a membership. You can also at any stage stop us during the game or during sort of halftime with a super chat. But really do appreciate, once again, everybody for joining us, for just picking us as your sort of destination, as your place to spend the game with and spend your time with. And hopefully we can experience a win together. But Dave, 1 minute until kickoff. I think the commercials are about to end over here in the Yank stream, or we're about to watch. So, any quick thoughts before this game gets kicked off?
Look, Jack. Everyone said, how will Spurs do with injuries? If we win tonight, we've laid down a marker for the title, and it's up to us then to carry it out. We've got a favourable run of fixtures up until I believe it's April. We've got Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham, sort of all in, Arsenal, all in very close proximity. But now it's just about ticking the points board over with as many 3 points as we can up until then, and putting it really in our own destiny. And tonight's the night where we lay down the gauntlet. We're putting our name in the ring tonight. Ange Postecoglou, he's got the ability to be able to keep us calm and take us all the way. Now let's see how hungry these players are. I've come with the expression this season, hungry dogs run faster. With some of the shit we've had to take over the last few years, they better be absolutely starving, frothing at the mouth, ready to go, Jack. Rip these little seagulls apart, put the 3 points on the board, and then let's roll on for the cherry on top against the Cherries on New Year's Eve. But tonight starts the mark of our title run, so hopefully Tottenham can get out there and get a result. It won't be easy. They will have to dig in, and probably will have to ride our luck at times. Probably need some massive saves from Big Vic. He's been absolutely unbelievable. But it's our time now. It's our time. Everything's open up for us. No Europe. Everyone else has Europe. This, that, and the other. Some clubs still have injury crisis still to come. It's a run at it for us now. Let's take that opportunity. Let's seize the moment.
Let's seize the moment. Really love how you put that there. And as well, Shawnee Maddox, always good to see you. Can't wait for the game. I'm a bit nervous about the center backs, but the bench is exciting, and I think we will win in a very attacking game. Let's hope so. Shawnee Maddox, and hopefully you are keeping well. Hennessy's in here too, saying excited. Yes, very excited, and getting ready for kickoff here. Just waiting for these commercials to end at some stage. I'm also going to check in, see if everything's going situated when it comes to the game. Maybe do a little quick refresh.
Maybe they've delayed kickoff, Jack.
Maybe so. We'll find out here. Gonna have to watch another commercial, I imagine. The Yanks are loving the commercials ahead of this game. I have to go for a little bit of a late kickoff here. Sorry about that, everybody. Making sure that the stream's going okay.
hopefully we can get a good win. You know, the vibes have been very good on the watch along lately. All of us enjoying it together, and I'd love for that to continue today. I really would.
Yeah.
We're enjoying ourselves of late. Big smiles on our faces, so let's keep it that way.
Indeed, let's keep it that way, like how you put that there. But really good to see, like I said, everybody in the house. Probably a bit of a late kickoff on our part. Oh, no, apparently still coverage will resume shortly, so I'm not really sure what's headed on there.
They need a new tech guy.
Maybe
What's
so.
going on here? Let me check Twitter.
Is anybody else in America watching? Let us know if anybody else in America is watching and if it's kicked off for you. Still waiting for it.
It's madness.
Now it's fine. They literally did do a late kickoff. They kicked off without us, Dave. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's madness.
Wow.
That can't be that
I don't know
happened.
why. I think the commercials or something. They were so concerned with the commercials that they actually kicked us off late. Sorry about that, everybody. We're actually 1 minute and 20 seconds in. We literally missed the kickoff. That's pretty shameful of NBC, I must say. Pretty shameful of them. Not to be surprised, though. I mean, they are pretty useless.
What I would say is, 10,000 strongly worded emails would hopefully get a bit more respect to us when it comes, because if that was Man City, they'd have the game underway. Sonny picks up the ball.
Kulu!
He probably should have went down and chanced his arm there, Jacko.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. We're now synced up here, 1 minute, 50 seconds in here. Like I said, I was refreshing. The game was just kept showing me commercials, and finally we have it kicked off here. So hopefully you can get synced up with us. Sorry about that, everybody. Here, though.
Brighton look rattled. Højbjerg way over here.
Wow, that was a little heavy there.
Keep it in.
A little heavy there, PEH.
Jeez, that would be great if he was playing rugby right out to the corner flag. But it's a good start, keeping Brighton penned back in. You know, these fast starts are something Ange Postecoglou purposely tries to get out of his team, and it's good to see that they're taking it on board. It really does help us in the long run. Højbjerg, good chest down to Papa Matsar. Don't forget, everybody, Papa Matsar and Kulu are on 4 yellows to get a booking tonight. They will miss the game against Bournemouth. Free kick to Tottenham, though, in a good position. No Madison, so who's going to step up to take it?
Johnson, good foul earned quite quickly, and it's not in a bad spot either. I mean, we could either go for a shot on goal here, or we could maybe try something.
Oh, let Pedro Porro put this in top bins. Steele's hair will get in his eyes. He's on it. Pedro Porro's on it. It's time to deliver, man. Brighton haven't been delivered yet. Oh, come on, bend it like Porro.
Bend it like Porro. Poronator. Sizing it up.
Over it. He's going to go for it. Should get a nice.
Could he get something for the fantasy team today? Get me rising up. Fantasy team. Pedro Porro into the wall.
Comes off the guy on the wall right in front of him. Bit disappointing. All that build up for nothing.
Emerson rotates it back to Højbjerg. Spurs start at least with the majority of possession so far in this game. Emerson
Brighton
back to
are pressing us
Vicario.
nice and high, though. They're not giving any player a minute to settle.
I mean, they probably have started a bit sloppy themselves. They want to get on the ball. I mean, both teams here, they want possession. I mean, this isn't going to be, two teams that are going to be happy if they're without the ball, right? So they're going to try to win it back.
Yeah, it's going
even
to be
if we end up dominating.
Game.
Vicario.
Come on, Vicario. Going to have to go longer here. Well done.
Kulu. Good hold up play from Kulu.
Well
great
held.
touch as well. Great touch.
Good ball on to
great
Sonny.
pass from Sonny.
Sauceberg.
Come on, Sauceberg. Okay, and Richie. Richie out wide to Johnson. Great play from Spurs so far.
Get the head up, kid.
Whip it in, Johnson. Okay, Sarr. Back out wide to Johnson again.
Richie's there. Oh, he's gone over Richie to nobody. All he had to do was hit that
cross
low. Richie was
Johnson.
there, but Adoji recovers it. Back to Sauceberg. Zinedine Sauceberg.
Into Emerson.
Emergo.
Poronator. Sarr, Porro trying to exchange, but Brighton collapse on it. They're actually on the counter here, Brighton. Skipping past Porro. Win that. Come on, Emmo. Win that.
Well, Emerson gets done.
Welbeck plays it inside. Oh, he's done us here.
1-2. Oh, what a
great
save. Big Vic again.
Great save from Vic.
Adoji with the clearance. What a save by Big Vic with Kulu holding it up here. What can he win?
Oh,
he
gets dispossessed. Come on, lads.
Højbjerg, good clearance.
Exciting start as we would expect. I must say, Brennan Johnson there, that was absolutely terrible from him. He had 2 good chances to cross in the ball, and then when he did a second time, he absolutely ballooned it, and I don't really know how he did. You know, he just has to hit that hard across goal. I don't know why he's hitting it into the
He
air.
just has to hit it low as well. He's the
Hit it
exact
low.
same as last week.
I don't know why he's ballooning it like that. It doesn't make sense to me.
All he's got to do is what he done last week. It's Brighton. It's a good play on the edge of the
no.
box. Oh, it's blocked. It's a free shot.
What a save, Vicario again!
Oh my God,
what a
this guy
save!
is
But
on
seriously, Welbeck,
He is
2
the
times
best
he could have
goalkeeper in the
scored.
league.
2 times
What
he
a
scored.
save.
2 times. Jeez, Brighton could have easily be 1-0 up already.
He give him a pay rise. He deserves 300 grand a week.
Oh my
Here we
lord. Udogie.
Sonny,
Sonny.
what can Sonny do?
Take him on, Sonny. Skin him.
Take
play
him
that
on,
a little.
Sonny.
Play it a little later, Sonny. You got to wait.
Brighton are out again, though.
Well
Great
done, Ben
defending.
Davies.
Who's that? Ben Davies. Well done.
Good pressure, Ben.
I like the way he puts pressure on him. That's good. Force him into a heavy touch.
Good physicality from Ben Davies there. Vicario calming things down. Decides to go long.
Here.
Way too long.
To nobody.
What a save and what a start by Vicario so far. Once again, keeping us in games. Once again, saving us. I mean, 2 ridiculous saves, I must say. Here, I just genuinely, that was in. I felt like that was in. I think he probably should have scored Welbeck. But, I mean, Vicario just reads them like a book. Just reads them. He just predicts it. I mean, he's just crack. He really is. He's just read him like a book. He's read his whole life story for that save. Even Welbeck as well. Save. Even Welbeck has honestly blown away. 2 great saves so far from Vicario.
From the ex-Schooner. I'm glad to see that happen. Don't want him scoring today, helping Arsenal.
Yeah, 2 saves already, King Hoddle, indeed. I mean, I must say Brighton could easily be 1-0 up. Poor Onator, sir, that was a foul.
Oh, come on, ref. He's already turning a blind eye.
Well done, Højbjerg.
Come on, Højbjerg.
Well done, Højbjerg.
What a ball.
What a ball.
Brendan Johnson.
Come on,
get your head
Johnson.
up. It's to nobody again, for fuck's sake. My Lord.
He really, it's
honestly, he doesn't have the name of a saint anyway.
Honestly, I'd argue Emerson has a better cross on him. He really doesn't have that consistency, Johnson. He really needs to do better with hitting these guys. Some of these guys are open as well. I think Richie had space there. Got to find him.
Gets into all these great positions and does
Kulu,
not.
Can he grab one? Oh!
It's cleared with a header. Who's that? João Pedro takes it down, is it?
Yeah.
No way is the ref going to give that. Surely not.
Luckily,
well done,
maybe not. Spurs pressing
Johnson.
all the way.
Get on it, Richie. Here we go.
Good pressure from Johnson.
Time.
I think that's
well done,
Udogie.
Emerson. Or Doji. Emerson,
a little outside the foot to Pedro Porro.
Come on, lads.
Spurs recycling it.
Give Richie something to feed on. He's starving. The man didn't get his turkey this year. Carrier going long again.
Oh, it's a great ball.
Oh, come on. Why are you pulling out?
Great ball. Have a hit, Kulu.
Oh. Kulu out. Sonny, that would have been unbelievable. He's capable. That's the thing.
Great interception and pass earlier from Højbjerg, I must say. Come on, Sonny. Find Richie.
Good ball.
There you go, Sonny. There you go.
Oh,
ref. At least felt like he was dragged down there as well. Good play from Sonny.
Ben Davies again.
Yeah, great interception from Ben Davies. You're right.
Sonny nearly got that one away. Well done, Højbjerg. Good turn. Good play. Great ball.
Great ball again from Højbjerg.
Great ball, Get the head there.
He didn't look as quick as he usually does.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a little heavier than it looked.
We've got to create something, though. Why we have this spell of dominance, we have to create a good opportunity. Brighton's had a breakaway and nearly scored twice. What a save that is from Vicario. My God.
2 great saves. Dan Coy saying, joining a bit late. Can't believe both of our center backs are out injured with hamstrings, but a big come on you Spurs and come on you Harris Army still. Big up to you, Dan Coy. Always appreciate you tuning in no matter where you are. And I hope you had a good holidays and a good new year as well coming up. Højbjerg. Rushing it, man. Take your time. Spurs. Højbjerg is winning the ball back high up the pitch for us here.
Really do need to create something while we have this spell of dominance.
Yeah. Come on, lads. Great game so far. Great start. But it's sketchy as well. It could be a shootout. That's what Sean Maddox has said here. Maybe so.
And we don't want it to be that.
No, I mean, it could be a basketball game for sure.
That's a couple of times Big Vic has gone long, though. I wonder, will this be a game plan? Great ball. Great ball by Vicario. Into Sonny. Sonny being tightly marked here.
Oh,
He's
loose
getting
touch.
it mixed up.
He mixed it. Too many step overs. Too many step overs. And he's mixed himself up there. Sloppy there. Milner. Can't believe he's still playing. Out wide, too.
Still going strong.
No
foul, no foul. Well done.
Oh,
no.
He finds...
Oh,
they scored!
Vicario's gone absolutely ballistic. Is that Hazenhelwood again? Jesus Christ. What a strike. Vicario's going mad at the back line. That's just way too easy. Tottenham 1-0 down already inside 11 minutes. Brighton have created with their breakaways. Tottenham haven't created anything. That's the biggest difference here so far.
Yeah, that's exactly
11 minutes in.
They've actually been able to get shots on. You're absolutely right. They've been able to get shots on goal where we haven't. And even though I think we've had opportunities to get shots on goal. It's a good point you make there. Sloppy start, I must say, from Spurs, but...
How many more players are they going to let João Pedro run around, though, as well? That's 4 of them he done there. It's just shocking. Richarlison tries at least. Everyone else just stands off and allows him to cut in. Oh. Going to be a long evening.
Could be a shootout, like Sean Maddox said there. Could be a shootout.
He hit that with some pace as well, some power on that.
Yeah.
And De Zerbi will want this win as well, by the way. Don't forget the scuffle they had at our place last year.
No, this is true.
Oh, well done. Who's that? That's brilliant by bloody... Who's that? Doji. Kulu gone backwards. Ben Davies. Kulu. Good ball into Højbjerg. Højbjerg on to Sonny. Let's see if we can get a quick equaliser. Højbjerg, good switch of play to Emerson. Emerson into Papa Matasar. Milner just sitting on Papa Matasar at the minute.
Frustrating. It's frustrating to see.
Everything we're doing is frustrating. That's the difference. That's why Brennan Johnson, 2 great opportunities, has to find a man. Has to. That's it, Kulu. Good pressure. Richie coming across to try and help. Back to Jason Steele. Goes for a long switch of play out to the fullback. Don't let him skin you, Brennan. Well done, Sarr. Good clean up. Emerson.
Sir, it's been pulled everywhere.
For fuck's sake, ref.
Poro down the line. A little heavy.
Oh.
It's going to be an interesting game here. Oh,
here we go. Brennan
Johnson into Richie.
Corner kick.
Heavy touch from Richie.
Goal kick. Fuck it anyway.
No, it could be a corner. Looks to be a corner. Hard to tell what happened there.
That's better from Brennan Johnson. That's a bit better.
Guess it's not, or it was offsides. I guess maybe it was offsides. Hard to tell here.
Scott, what's the referee doing? Is he going to make a decision or not?
Yeah, it's almost like they're making decisions for themselves here.
He's waiting for VAR to get involved. It's a joke. Spurs just need to settle it down now and try and get another spell of dominance.
Yeah.
Make it count this time. Jesus Christ, what's this? Kindergarten football. He's giving it to the centre-back to take. Come on, ref. Oh, well won. By Emery. Who's that?
Oh, Johnson. Kulu. Oh, come on, man. Just shoot.
The fucking trigger.
Just
no
shoot.
one wants to shoot. Well done, Adoji. Well done. Well done. You've done your job. No foul. Well done. Højbjerg picks it up. Goes back to Ben Davies. Does well there. Good ball by Davies into Kulu. Kulu getting the ball stuck under his feet there. Papa Matsar. Emerson. Højbjerg. It's a good idea. Just overhit, not executed. Story of the first 15 minutes for Spurs. Come on, guys. We're better than this. That's a shocker ball by Ben Davies. Putting us under pressure yet again. Shocking.
Brighton, deep in our half now.
Don't let them do this to you guys. Oh, my Lord. Great interception by Pedro Porro there. If not that, they were in. They're just knocking about too easy. There's no one getting any pressure on the ball in there whatsoever.
No. Davies.
Ben Davies.
Into Dogi. Nice flick.
Tidied that up.
Højbjerg.
Kulusevski into Højbjerg. And Højbjerg, it was a bad ball by Kulu in the first place. Højbjerg has to do better to try and get under control.
Yeah.
It's a long switch of play.
Everything's been so heavy so far.
No, what a save by Vicario again. Ben Davies with the clearance. My God.
Brighton are actually
Richie,
getting
pull that
shots
up.
off. That's the thing.
Richie. Well done.
Brighton are
Well
actually,
done.
this is the thing. We're getting into similar positions like Brighton, but they're actually getting shots off.
Vicario's going mad at the back line. He's gone absolutely ballistic. He's trying to tell them how to defend. It's not good enough. We have to start getting shots off on bloody goal every time we get up there. We haven't had a shot on goal yet. Let's calm it down. Why are they rattled for? Come on, Spurs. Vicario goes long again. Sonny wins it. Kulu powering in behind. Good defending.
Good pressure as well from Kulu.
Yeah. Right, Richie, you going out. Where's Brennan Johnson going? Oh, good pressure. Make it pound. Oh,
They get out.
don't let them do this. This is
Well done,
embarrassing.
Kulu.
Kulu.
There you go
Sonny.
into Richie.
Richie.
Sar, man
Pappy.
on. Oh,
Loose by Sar.
good interception, to be honest. Good.
Well
Ben
done,
Davies, good header.
No one around reading the second
Someone's
ball.
got to bring that down for him. He's right. It's good header. Richie forces Steele to go long.
Oh. Welbeck trying to get a run on the Doji there. Ball just goes out of play. Come on, Spurs. We're better. We've been shit on the ball. Need to be a lot better on the ball. Brighton's press is working. They're forcing us to go along, which is not our game.
Vicario. Nice. Højbjerg. Man, Højbjerg.
Some hit. Fuck's sake.
And too late as well. He's got to wake up here, Højbjerg.
Well done, Sar. Someone help him. Well done, Adoji. Ball just bouncing. Everything bouncing Brighton's
Spurs
way at this
cannot
moment
sloppy.
in time.
Spurs very sloppy so far. Joao Pedro.
Gets a run at Porro. Good defending.
It's very sloppy from Spurs.
Yeah.
What's more
We can't play
frustrating
through
is
their
even
midfield.
when we've even had a little bit of openings, we're just not pulling the trigger, or just the actual final ball has been shocking. I'm actually Johnson, I would say, has had a shocking start. To be honest, he's had two great chances to put in really good balls into the box and just failed miserably at both.
Yeah.
Højbjerg, despite winning the ball back, has been very sloppy in possession and has just not
Yeah.
been able to place passes. Just most of the team really just sloppy at the moment.
Yeah, they're very slow to get going. Very slow to get going. Ben Davies on Lewis Dunk. Interesting call. It's a free header off the post. Someone clear it. Get your fucking foot through it. Jesus Christ.
Brighton
let
are
the ball
appealing for
around.
something as well. Brighton are appealing for something.
They're going ballistic as well. They're going absolutely nuts. Was there a handball in there maybe, potentially? It's another cross by Brighton. Ben Davies. Calm it down. Well done, Davies. That's brilliant. Kulu.
Come on.
Good ball
Get
inside
on that,
to Richie.
Richie.
Richie onto Sutton.
Not enough on it. Come on, man. Hold-up play has been shocking from the front line today. Whole front line needs to get on the ball.
No midfield as well. Well done, Adoji. He's been the only one that's actually been... Eamon Davies has been all right on the ball, actually. Højbjerg. No, VAR are going to pull this back.
Yeah.
Fucking anyway. Yeah, big VAR check going on here. What happened? Okay, it's come off the post. What's the issue?
I'm confused. What's gone wrong?
Are they calling for a free kick on Welbeck there? Kulu holding his jersey. Nah, he let go before he went to kick it. I think that's soft if they give that, to be honest. Maybe not, actually. He's pulling them right back. I think Welbeck has made the most of it. But I've seen something similar in a game over the Christmas, and it wasn't given.
It's not smart by Kulu. It really isn't. It's not smart.
They're not sending him to the monitor. Jesus Christ. I think it's soft, personally.
I mean, that's just so blatant. No, that's just so blatant.
That's the problem.
That's so blatant. It's just stupid.
It's lazy. Do you know what that is? That's actually lazy.
It's stupid as well.
He doesn't want to get that goal side. It's just pure lazy. That's what it is. It's just pure lazy. Referee will give it.
Oh, is the game frozen?
Stream is frozen, yeah. It's just so lazy by Kulu. He just doesn't want to get back goal side. He took a shortcut, pulled him back and got caught. It's really poor. It's just idiotic and stupid. There's things like that we don't need to do, that just don't help us. Could be 2-0 down inside 25 minutes at the Amex. It's nowhere near good enough. And João Pedro's been putting away penalties for sport this season. For absolute sport.
Really dumb from Kulu.
It's just lazy. He copped out there. He didn't want to do his defensive work. Can't keep expecting Big Vic to bail us out all the time. Someone else is going to have to start stepping up here. He's going to bury this. He's buried them all this season. Shocking. I think it is the Spurs fans behind that goal, though. Trying to do his best to put him off, and he dispatches it very easily, sends Vic the wrong way. João Pedro scores yet another penalty this season. Absolutely fucking lazy from Kulusevski. So angry with him. So angry with the whole team. How can you come out and start like that? You know, you got a chance to close the gap on the top two to 3 points, and you come out and start like that. That's just embarrassing.
This is bad.
It's fucking embarrassing.
This is terrible. This is genuinely just... It's lazy from Kulu there. It's really terrible, unnecessary. I must say the front three have been poor in terms of their opportunities. They've actually had opportunities in the beginning of this game, the front three, and I didn't think they in any way showed that they were focused or in any way sort of, in from the off. And as well, I mean, it's just the defending has just been poor so far. Vicario has been saving us. In possession, we're so sloppy. I mean, the Højbjerg's been sloppy. The midfield's been sloppy. Bad start by Tottenham.
They've just done what City have done. Just press that back line. I mean, you know, even midfield, like Højbjerg needs to be a bit braver on the ball. We just can't play through. We're resorting to long ball, which is not our game. You know, it's just not our game. Postecoglou were going mad with these at halftime. It'd be the exact same talk from the City game. Be brave, believe in yourself, you know? How many times does the manager have to keep saying that to players?
Yeah.
Even our press is not effective.
Well done. Ooh, come on. There you go into Richie. Come on, Rich.
Richie, poor decision, still going.
Sir?
Goes down.
Sir?
Maybe a little look at that, please. Everything's just off today.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is a terrible start.
We need to commit more bodies to this press as well. Like, Sonny, what's he waiting for? There's only one option there for that pass out, and he's waiting 10 minutes for it to happen. Højbjerg, back to Emerson. Well done, Emerson. Bottom staff, some lovely time there. Ben Davies, let's spring an attack here. Let's get at least something on target here. Sonny, Kulu,
Lovely
make
from
that
Son.
run.
There you go, Son.
Richie,
There you go.
Happy.
Come on, shoot!
On to Brendan Johnson.
Why
It's over
are we
fucking
playing an
here.
extra pass there, man?
Oh.
It's Sonny and Richie did all the work for you. Shoot!
Pull the fucking trigger.
Holy, what?
the
How is that
trigger.
even why would you pass there? Like, you're right in front of goal. Even if
Oh, it's
even
so
if Johnson
frustrating.
gets it there, that's a worse angle. That's a worse angle.
Yeah.
What are we doing? This is the thing.
They're rattled.
We've had these little openings, and that's just poor.
They're
Come
rattled.
on, Sar. Hoiberg. Raf.
It's like they're not even switched on or awake yet.
Yeah. Udogi. Sonny. Come on, son. Yeah, out wide to Udogi. Skin him, man.
Come on, Adoji.
There you go.
Good ball.
Into Kulu. Come on, Kulu.
Someone help him.
Sonny.
That's better.
Oh,
Corner kick.
good shot.
Come
from Sonny.
on, Spurs.
See, why are we shooting there, man? I mean, it just shows. I mean, geez, lads. Fucking fire.
But hopefully now the rest will take some inspiration off Sonny and fucking have a shot themselves. Shouldn't have to wait for Sonny to pull the trigger for everyone else starts, though. 26 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Come on. 2-0 down. What a shit start. We had the better opening stages as well for the first 11 minutes. Not blessed with great height. What can we do? It's a ball all the way to the back and it's just cleared.
Out wide to Kulusevski here.
Good ball.
And a
Brendan
Pedro.
Johnson. Great ball.
Richie!
Oh, should have went sliding in.
Oh.
Should have went sliding. It's a good ball by Brendan Johnson, to be fair to the kid.
Yeah, there we
no
go.
one was expecting it. That was the problem.
No one was expecting it. That's exactly right.
They were all shocked it came across. Why are we committing so few to the press?
Win that. Balling behind here.
It's all right, Big Vic's got it.
Mopped up by
Vic
Vic.
travel. Well
Well
done.
done, Vic. Good composure there.
Get turned, Davies. Don't take an eternity. Well done.
Spurs need to get one back straight away.
Yeah, we need to get one before halftime. Or one as soon as. Porro out to Emerson. Do not slow it down. Sarr. We just cannot get the ball through Brighton's press. It's shocking.
Steve D, I don't. Hopefully, we haven't rubbed you off the wrong way or anything, man. I think we're just frustrated by the start. But I don't think we're reading that deep into it. I think we're just sort of upset with the sloppy start so far. It's not like we're giving up on the team or Ange or anything like that. Hopefully, maybe someone else in the chat or something. Big up to you, Steve D, though. I think we're just frustrated with the start, which we're welcome to be. We're absolutely entitled to be frustrated with the start so far.
Oh, look, I understand where we're at, but the thing is, like, we cannot sit here and not pretend we haven't seen better from this exact team.
We're allowed to look at it in the
same
moment in
backline.
time. We're allowed to look at it in the moment in time. And in
Yeah.
this moment in time, I mean, Spurs are not having a great start so far. We're just looking at this game alone. I don't think there are any big conjectures or anything being made right now. It's just a sloppy start so far by Spurs.
Win that. Well done. Well done, Adoji. Good defending. Someone help him. Someone give him a bloody option. My lord. If I'm... Oh, how's he bought that one? How's he bought that one? Alban says they look like they want it way more than us. That's the truth of it. They do. That's the God's honest truth of it. They do look like they want it way more than us at this moment in time. Ange Postecoglou will not be happy. He'd be absolutely fuming.
I don't see how he could be upset with that penalty. I don't see how he could be upset with that. It's just, it is a penalty.
No, he won't be upset with the referees, but
Yeah.
he'd be upset with Kulu, lazy defender. He'd be upset with everybody out there. They've been shite so far. Brighton's press has just been way more effective than ours. They're doing it with a lot more purpose and a lot more intensity. We're going in drips and drabs.
It's true.
And when you do that, you get played through, and that's what Brighton are doing to us. No
true.
one's committing. Richie's going, but Sonny's taking a turn to go out to the left winger, or the left back, which is the only pass. It's just not good enough. There's no intensity in it.
Vicario goes long.
And this is what Brighton are doing. They're forcing us into what we don't do. One goal will change. It could change everything. It's not looking like it's going to come, though. They're just winning everything right now. They're just winning everything right now. We can't cope with the intensity.
I'm very frustrated with Kulusevski, to be honest, because
he's been crap.
Well, it's not even that, Dave. It's just the penalty alone. Like, we're already 1-0 down. Like, you just can't be doing that. You're just giving them a second goal like that. You know, it just gives them even more breathing room than before. It's just very frustrating from Kulusevski. Like, it's just completely unnecessary. And it just gives them that extra breathing room that, you know, Brighton do need.
Yeah.
It's just such a freebie. Such a freebie. Not necessary at all. Oh, Spurs almost won it, though.
Look how easy Brighton are just playing through it, like, you know? It's like it doesn't even exist. It's because half is going and half's not. That's the problem. As soon as we get the ball, every man, Brighton, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Like Al is saying,
Look,
Al Ben is saying, they want it more than us.
Pressing the back line half-assed. Now they're up at our box. And they get another
Miller
shot.
Off the post. Jeez, lads.
It's just not good enough.
Jeez.
They've literally played all the way from the back right up to the forward line there to get that shot off. Through our press. Shocking, man. Come on, the fuck, Spurs. Wake up. Get your legs. Steve D says top 8 is a result. Andrew's got this. Look, I don't disagree with you, my man. You know, compared to where we were at the start of the season and the expectations and stuff like that. I get that. Fully get it. But still, this performance is just not good enough. Yeah. You know, Brighton just want it more than us. Brighton have as many injuries as we do. But they're just doing everything with way more intense, way more purpose than what we are. We can't string 2 passes together.
Yeah, exactly that. Well done, Emma. I'm Steve D. I'm very happy where we are with Spurs. I'm very happy where we are with Ange. I think you can still look at this game in isolation and still be frustrated. Like, it's probably one of our worst starts that we've had so far. Good ball behind, though. Please square it. Please square it. Oh, my Lord! Johnson! Oh, my Lord!
What is he doing? He's got Son and Richarlison. He's got the 2 of them, and he doesn't use either. Oh, my Lord, he's clean through as well. What the fuck is he doing? Someone wake him up.
Oh, my Lord. He's well on. Through. He's so on as well. Oh, my...
Shocking. Oh, my God. He can't even get it under control. He's got 2 players alongside him.
Oh, my God. Sonny, Sar!
Oh!
Sar! Oh, my Lord. It's just sloppy from everyone so far. Just so sloppy from everyone.
What is Brennan Johnson doing? I don't believe that. He's clean through with Son and Richie. Oh, my God.
It felt like he didn't even know that they were next to him. How did he not know they were there? He also had a shocking touch, don't get me wrong, but he could have still... He didn't even need to take a touch. Why did he take a touch?
Why is Kulu ahead of Son in the press? Son needs to wake up and get pressing as well.
Come on, Højbjerg. There you are.
Well done.
Play Richie.
Play Richie. Plays it to Johnson. Papa Matsar. Get it out wide to Porro. Get it in. No one running off him. Absolutely nobody. Ben Davies. Højbjerg does well there. Out to Sonny. Sonny, run at him. Fucking run at him.
There you are.
Come on, my God, Kulu. When you get it under control. Oh, my.
Yeah, it's not a foul either.
Here we go. 3-on-2. Shocking. Kulu couldn't get the ball under control.
Well done, Emerson.
Emerson cuts it out. Big Vic, that's probably a pass back. How's he getting away with that?
Not sure.
How's he got away with that? That's a pass back. Porro, good ball into Papa Matsar. Into Højbjerg. Get your head up and get it out to Kulu. Get it under control. Good ball into Sonny. Let's go.
Come on, Sonny.
Sonny driving at them. We've got numbers here going forward.
There you are. Perfect
good
pass.
Good ball into Adoji.
Kulu.
Penalty. No, just gone down clumsy.
Just slightly behind him. Good pass from Sonny. Good follow-up from Udogie. Just slightly behind him. Steve D, but like I said earlier, man, I'm fully behind this team and fully happy with where we are, even no matter what happens today. It's just a sloppy start, and I'm just frustrated with it.
And we've been punished for it.
Yeah. Big up, though, my man.
Now that Brighton's press is sort of tailing off a little, we're finding a bit more joy.
And then as well,
Hoiberg.
Al Ben saying nervous players at the back impacts the rest.
Yeah. Look, I agree with that. It does impact the rest. But, like, simple things. Kulu and Son not being able to get the ball under control. Brennan Johnson as well. Richarlison. It's just simple things, Just simple things.
I'd argue
Basics.
that everyone has looked pretty sloppy, though, and nervous so far, though. I don't even know if it's just Ben Davies and Emerson. Much as they are the weak link, like, the other players need to step up here.
But you're looking at the more experienced players in and around the team, like a Porro, like an Adoji, like a Son, to settle people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they haven't done that.
No.
Son looks just as rattled as the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly.
We haven't got one replay of what's happened in their box, but yeah, anything that happens in our box, we're getting replays galore. That midfield needs to be changed up at halftime. Brighton are just playing through it. It's another ball in. It's 3-0 Brighton. And he's on. No, he's off. I don't know about that one,
It's hard to know.
I don't know about that one. See, they're just playing through us. It's disgraceful. There's no effort. There's just no energy. No one's getting anywhere close to the ball. Everyone's standing off.
And he's well off.
Yeah, he's way off. Thank fuck for that. Good line by the defence there. Where's the pressure on the ball from the midfield, though? Richie's having to come out of the forward line out wide just so we have a target to hit the ball to. Brighton win it back yet again. Oh, my God.
Udogie.
Well defended.
Good composure from Vicario. Emerson. No one to really pass to.
No.
No one. No one is there.
Midfield's gone hiding.
Midfield is hiding. Where is Johnson there?
Look at the mother and daughter fist pumping after abusing fucking Papa Matasar there. Well won by Hoiberg. Into Sonny. You got Hoiberg on the overlap.
There you go.
He uses
Hoiberg.
And
Richie.
Puts it back. Richie, Sonny!
Shoot.
Blocked. There's 3 players driving in there. When have you seen that? You're not seeing that from our players. Good play by Hoiberg
Good
there.
play from Hoiberg and Sonny. Good play. And good hold up from Richie. Sonny just couldn't get the shot. It would have been a hard one to get it past those 3 players, but it's just frustrating that Brighton's shots have been actually on target and actually at Vicario, where Spurs have had opportunities in front of goal. They're just not shooting, or they're not putting in a good enough final shot or ball. Genuinely, Spurs have also had chances to grab one here. They've had 2 good chances to grab one, I would say. And we haven't even challenged it. We haven't even gotten a shot off at the keeper on 2 of those occasions. Johnson is on a few. I mean, Jesus, man. Johnson could at least have a goal and an assist so far.
But they've hit the post, twice, scored 2, 1 disallowed. We haven't even had a shot on target.
They're at least challenging Vicario.
Could be 4 down, being realistic. We could be 4 down. Vicario's also pulled off a couple of saves as well, so we could be 4 or 5 down. That's how bad this has been.
Spurs GCTV saying we look more nervous than a bunch of turkeys on the build-up to Christmas. Mark saying it's more the midfield, not the defense. I think everyone is hiding in that midfield at the moment, but it's also just genuine. Like, I would repeat myself 1,000 times, just the overall sloppiness of everyone so far. Everyone included. It's just been shocking.
Something needs to change in that midfield. We're not getting any pressure on the ball. And also, we're just being ran through. We're just being played through. Like, there's no one getting any tackles in.
Ball out wide to Sonny.
Does he keep it in? No. It's the story of our
strange
game,
though.
isn't
Like
it?
that's 2 occasions though where that didn't even look that heavy there, and we just looked slow. Like Sonny there just looked slow. Like Udoji had another one earlier where I thought he could have gotten there. He just looked slow. You just don't look up for it.
Oh, here there are 6s and 7s in that midfield.
How did they
They're
get through
chasing
that?
shadows.
How did they get through that?
They're just chasing shadows. There's no one there. There's no presence. They're all backing off them. Will you get after the ball? Holy shit, football's not hard. There's no effort in this press whatsoever. There's no effort to get after the ball. I don't mind losing, but I can't lose when there's no effort.
Ball over the top. Should be off. I thought he was off.
By Emerson.
He's not off. Yeah, he's off.
He is now.
Should be off.
I don't know if he is off, you know. I think we got away with that one there. Good recovery by Emerson, nonetheless. Vic having to go long yet again. Everyone is hiding out there. When we keep seeing that, that's just hiding. That's why you pressed him. Luke Steele or whatever his name is can't even fucking kick a ball properly. Ref.
Sonny needs to... Sonny's gotten shoved off the ball too easily a few times also as well.
Yeah. Looks like some players are already on holiday.
Felt like...
No one actually wants the ball.
Felt like our
either.
players had too much turkey, it looks like, on Christmas. That's what it really looks like. Oh my God, will this referee just let them get on with the fucking game? Everyone's... this kit is a curse, I must say. All of our worst performances have been in this kit. Get turned, sir. Well done. Sonny. There you go, into Richie. Good ball. Pedro Porro. Sar. Into Dogi. Don't let him do that to you. Well on, Davies. Hoiberg, you pulled out, man. There. What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you moaning for? You pulled out of the challenge, you pussy. Shocking from everyone so far. There's no intensity. There's no one trying. No one's trying to do anything. They're waiting at half-time to go in to look at Daddy Ange. Ange, what can we do? Fuck me. Problem solve yourself on the pitch. Steve D saying, what happened? Remember the rebuild. Steve, we haven't made... I don't know what's going on here, man. Unless we're saying the wrong things. We're just trying to watch the game, and we're frustrated with how we're playing so far. It's not deeper than that, though. We're just frustrated with the start. Today's not about a rebuild. Today's not about rebuild talk. Yeah, Today's about the game that's in front of our eyes. It's about the game that we're watching right now in front of our eyes. We're not reading that far into it. We're not reading that deep into it. We're just frustrated with the start. Like, what do you want me to do? We could be 6-0 down. Vicario's pulled off some great saves. They've hit the post twice, and they're already 2-0 up. What do you want me to do? Sit here and accept it and go, oh, yeah, that's... Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. There they are in again. Oh, my Lord. Vicario, thank God. What a bloody save from Vicario. See, this is the problem. Look, I know we're on the rebuild. Don't get me wrong, but I'm also one that said we should be ripped up half of these guys' contracts and we shouldn't be relying on some of these guys. So I have every right to be frustrated if you ask me, to be brutally honest. I just, like, we believe in the rebuild. I'm commentating on the game that's in front of me. I'll talk about a rebuild when we're not watching a game. We believe in the rebuild as much as everybody, and we've been showing as much faith in Ange as much as everybody, Steve D. I'm confused, man. I'm sorry if we're saying the wrong things or something, but we're just commentating on the game right now, which has been a shocking game. You're the same person that was getting angry at performances like this last season, Steve D. It doesn't mean that we don't believe in the project or don't believe in Ange. It doesn't mean I can't be angry about it. I spout an Ange Postecoglou's name before most people in this community. I'm still allowed to be unhappy with a performance.
I'd love to sit here and have to be rainbow, sunshine, and happy clap all the time. But the reality is, I'm sorry, I don't think this performance is good enough.
Yeah, you can't
They
do
better
that
have
today.
a whole new attitude second half.
Come on. Thank you, Ben. There you go, Højbjerg. Good ball. Get there, Johnson. Great ball from Højbjerg. Come on, Johnson. Into Richie. Oh, no! Up the post!
Could have done with that right before halftime.
Finally, we get a shot off to actually challenge the keeper there. That was actually one of our hardest ones. We actually get a shot off there. Good hit from Richie.
Unlucky.
That's unlucky. Can't really do much better there. It's a good hit.
First time as well.
Caught the keeper out, actually, as well. He caught him off guard. Yeah, it's a good hit.
Come on, Porro. Good ball. Oh, get ahead on it. It's gone way over, though. Couldn't direct it on goal. Ben Davies. Davey Shy with the super chat saying spot on, Steve D. Big up, Davey. Really appreciate the support, lad.
Yeah, big up, David Shire. It's just unexpected, really unexpected this start, and really unexpected this performance.
Sonny.
Good ball from Sonny. Please, Kulu, play him.
Richie, you're off. Richie's off. Another corner kick. Let's see if we can make better use of this one.
Porro.
Come on, get a good delivery, Porro. Falls to Højbjerg. Do not go all the way back, please. It's better. Shit, cross Brighton are out. All the players, like, not one of them thought about sticking to that
Kulu
guy
losing Milner there as well?
Pass.
Well done.
Well done, Richie. Kulu, can he get support?
Kulu
Ref.
shoved off the ball. He's just getting absolutely bossed by James Milner.
He's having a field day. How's the oldest man on the pitch looking like a boss in that midfield? Look at him. We're actually just letting him play 5-yard passes. It's actually embarrassing. Ben Davies, you get tight to Welbeck. This is Welbeck we're talking about.
Kulu. Sir! It's a yellow.
Get on it and try and create one more chance before halftime.
That's a nasty foul. Dogi and Kulusevski here. Kulu and a Sonny. Sonny,
What
man.
is that, Sonny? Wins it back.
Well done.
Adoji.
There you
Into
go, Kulu.
Back to shit ball to Adoji. Picks it up well done. Does well.
Sonny, top of the
Puts
box.
it back to Sonny. Sonny! Oh! Bends it wide. Unlucky. Half time. I'm angry.
I think I just make this distinction now so I don't have to repeat myself 1,000 times. Um, I believe very much and am very happy about the squad. Even if we end up losing 8-0 today, I'm still very happy and very much believing in this team. I think we're also, though, well entitled to be frustrated with this performance. Like, I think two things can exist at once. We can believe in Ange. We can believe in this rebuild. We have shown absolute faith in everyone and everything that has gone on so far. But today has just been a huge surprise and has been a shocking and, to be honest, not acceptable performance. Like, this isn't acceptable to play this type of way. There is an actual effort out there that really is significant to get, anything out of this. They really need to turn it around here. They're just not showing the right sort of energy, the right sort of attitude that really is necessary to get a win here away from home at the MX with a team that is motivated clearly more than us to grab the 3 points. And that's simple as. It's not reading that deep into it. I just think Spurs today have absolutely just come out way too slow and have not shown nearly as much energy or effort that's actually necessary to really get what we need today, which is 3 points to climb further up the table. If we don't get further up the table today, so be it. Like, I'm all right with that. It's okay if we end up losing a game here or there, but it's just this type of way of losing, just to me, it's not fun to watch and it's not happy to watch. I'm watching it in front of all of you guys as well. So I think we are going to be venting our frustrations and just showing that this is, in a way, just not acceptable in that first half. It's just not an acceptable first half of performance. I'm all right with losing. Like, as a Spurs fan especially, like, I have lost plenty of times and have seen us lose even when we haven't, probably deserved it or even things like that. But this is one where we deserve to be 2-0 down. We do. And that's not acceptable to be deserving to be 2-0 down in this type of situation. I need them to turn it around. And we can have both things exist at once. We can read into this game and we can say this isn't acceptable, but then we can also still emphasize that we believe in this project and we believe in Ange. I'm just confused how both things can't happen at once. I really am.
Look, at the end of the day, there's time and place to talk about a rebuild. Don't get me wrong. We've got injuries, we've got suspensions and stuff like that. But there's no excuse for that performance. It's just continued on from where we were at Everton second half. No one trying, no pressure on the ball, no closing down. The difference is Brighton are pressing us with intensity. And they're getting joy. Every single one of our players are panicking in possession. They can't even get the ball under control, half of them. So it's breaking down constantly. But on the flip side, when we do get out, we can't create anything up the other end either.
Yeah.
But what's pissing me off is, okay, if a team's better than you on the night, I can accept that. But you still work your bollocks off and chase everything.
Yeah.
No one's working their nut off in there. Nobody. They're all standing around watching. We gave away a penalty because we wanted to be lazy. We could be 6 or 7 down.
Yeah.
Karius produced 4 or 5 saves. They've hit the post twice. They've took the 2 opportunities, and 2 of the opportunities. I'm sorry, but it's nowhere near acceptable. That midfield is that 6 and 7s in there. Not only are they not getting on the ball going one way, but they're also not doing anything to disrupt Brighton going the other way. They're not good enough. It's nowhere near. We need something to be addressed at half time. And I know people may not be happy, and I get that we're in a rebuild. But if you think that Ange Postecoglou isn't in there bollocking that team, you're sadly mistaken. He's going to be in there bollocking that team. It's exactly what he done at City. He bollocked the team. Kulusevski alluded to it after the game. So if Ange isn't happy with it, why should I be sitting here being happy with it? I'm sorry, but you all know me. I'll call it as I see it, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it.
No.
The players need. I'm not putting this on Ange either. I feel sorry for Ange Postecoglou. Some of the players that he's having to rely on, like a Ben Davies and that, I know they're not good enough. I tried to highlight this problem in the summer and say we should have paid out his contract so we wouldn't have games like this season. But no, most people told me he's good enough to be here. But look, it's not just on him tonight. You're looking at Sonny. We've got a makeshift backline. Leadership, been here quite some time. Settle people down.
Yeah.
He's as nervous as everybody else out there, losing the ball as everybody else out there. I'm sorry, but it's not the team or the committed team performance or anywhere near the football that we've been playing for the majority of this season. And I've seen this team, a lot of players in this team, be able to play that way. So I'm sorry if they put the expectations and they've fallen below it, and I'm angry today. But I am. I'm sorry. What I can't tolerate is a team not willing to, at a bare minimum, close people down, try and make it difficult. Even if you are being outplayed, you don't stop. We gave up midway through that first half, and it's not good enough. But I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, Steve D. I'm not going to sit here and be happy when I know Ange Postecoglou won't be happy about this either.
It's frustrating.
And by the way, your frustration shouldn't be at me and Jack. It should be at the club, not me.
I just think that I think this game can be frustrating, and I think we're allowed to be angry with this performance, but I don't think that means anything deeper than that, really. It's just not a good day at the office for Spurs, and they need to turn it around quickly here because this is just not acceptable, I think, this type of performance. I understand that we are down with injuries. I understand that we don't have our best squad available, but even if we had our best squad available, there's certain attitude or there's a certain lack of focus today that's just I don't think is acceptable right now, and they do need to
When you
turn things
see,
around quickly. And it doesn't then mean then that there's some sort of deeper meaning or deeper, whatever everlasting sort of influence from this. It's just they need to turn this around because this isn't acceptable for Ange. This isn't acceptable for us as Spurs fans, to be perfectly honest. And that's okay. I mean, Spurs, they are going to have days where they are going to be losing, and there are going to be days where maybe the other team just has been playing better than us. But there's been certain moments today where it isn't just down to quality or anything. It's actually just effort and focus right now, and I'm just not seeing it from certain players. Then, like Dave said, the whole team has been sloppy. As much as I would say Ben Davies and Emerson haven't been great, I would throw that as well towards Højbjerg. I'd throw it as well towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski's penalty, even that he conceded, is just so sloppy, so unnecessary, so lazy, and also hurt us and made our job so much harder to get back into this game as well. It's just been poor from everyone all around, and I hope that they can turn it around in the second half. We're lucky we're only 2-0 down because there is actually a way to get back into this, and if they just put in a completely opposite type of effort and performance going into this second half, we can still get something out of this game, and then I think all can be forgiven. But there's just not,
yeah,
it's just, this isn't acceptable, this type of performance. And
look,
like I said, I am okay with losing. It's just, this is not acceptable, this type of way to lose.
look, when you see Vicario resorting to long balls, when have we seen that this season? We haven't. So that shows to you that there's trouble out there. No one has been smart enough or intelligent enough to be able to problem solve between themselves out there. They're waiting for Daddy Ange Postecoglou at halftime to do it. I'm sorry, but they can't keep relying on bollockings from managers at halftime. At some point, someone has to grab a set of cojones and start organising people, talking to people, and stuff like that. No one wants to problem solve out there. Like you alluded to, Jack, the good thing is, we can still go and win this game. You will not write off this Tottenham team with how quickly we can turn it on. But there needs to be a lot more cohesion and a lot more belief in themselves. The back line have to believe in themselves with a lot more conviction playing the ball out from the back. The midfield, every single one of them, Højbjerg, Sarr, and Kulusevski, they all have gone hiding in there. Every single one of them. They need to start showing for the ball, demanding it a lot more. It's one of them games. They know they're going to be put under pressure. So the first thing you do, you look for the ball, you secure it, you get turned. It's that simple. And then it's about getting good ball into the forward line and hopefully that they can switch it on in this second half and go and get something for us to believe in. An early goal would do us the world of good. But everyone needs to stop hiding. They need to man up, find a set of cojones. Whatever's happened in the last 45, it's happened.
Yeah.
Now it's about regrouping and making sure it doesn't happen for the second 45 and go and chase that game. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. But it's just not good enough. But the good thing is, we have 45-minute performances in us. I mean, if we could go and win games like this under Conte last season at times, there's no reason why we can't do it playing Ange ball. It'd be interesting to see if Ange makes any changes at halftime. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I would be looking at getting Lo Celso in that midfield.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the reason there's frustration is I personally think this could be the worst half of football we've played so far this season. If I were to pick any of the games that we've had so far, I think this has been our worst half of football so far. So I think that's genuinely where the frustration is coming from. It's just in comparison to every other game we've played so far, this is absolutely the worst start that we've had. Fair play to Brighton, though, for coming out the gates so quickly, taking the game to us. Somebody asked us earlier, how could they hurt us? How could they cause us problems? The way they're doing it has been successful. They're pressing us all the way to the goalkeeper, forcing us into making mistakes. They're making our midfield have to get onto the ball and have to make tough passes, tough decisions, and they haven't been doing that. A lot of the midfield has been hiding. I would definitely say Højbjerg has been hiding, and it's just been poor all around. But we'll see if we can pull off maybe a Man United type of comeback here, because at the end of the day, we are lucky to be only 2-0 down, and there is still another half of football to be played. And if we just come out in a completely different attitude and completely different type of focus, Spurs can get something out of this game. And it's not like we haven't created chances. That's the other thing too. We have created chances. It's actually also frustrating that we haven't had a single shot on target. We've had 7 shots, but none of them on target. And I would say some of those have been good chances as well. And Johnson, too, should have a goal and an assist. I mean, no doubt about it. He should have a goal and an assist. And he just hasn't in any way executed those either. So it's been frustrating all around from every single player. I don't even know how many individuals I can really call out because I just think it's been sloppy from everyone included, bar Vicario, of course. Adrian Chia is saying if it makes anyone better, it's crazy o'clock for me. Adrian, I think that's a sad thing too, is that sometimes people get up at crazy, times in whatever day or morning, whatever it is, to watch these games, and you're expecting a whole lot better. But I hope that we can turn this around in the second half, my man. And once again, you've surprised us with a script that I did not expect at all. Big up to you, Adrian, though. And I hope that you're well, man. Grab a coffee or something, or whatever you need to keep yourself awake. But I imagine you've been woken awake by this sort of performance so far. And then Steve D saying, never a top 6 side next year. Man, Steve, I mean, with the 11 we have now, yes, of course, we are going to be lacking in certain areas. But I'd say that front three should be good enough to score. I mean, Richarlison, Johnson, and Sonny, I'd say is a top 6 level front three. I look as well at sort of the fullbacks of Udogie and Porro, I think are some of the best in the league at this moment in time. Of course, Vicario has been showing once again that he could be well and be the most informed goalkeeper in the world right now. That's how crack he has been for us. And then 2, Pop Matasar is a top 6 midfielder, man. I'm pretty sure most top 6 teams would take him into the game, as well as Kulusevski. So I don't know. I think we are a top 6 side this year, man. And that's credit to Ange. That's credit to how well we've been playing. And that's also how much confidence I clearly have in this team, Steve. I've been convinced by us this season. I do think we're that good enough. And we've not been playing nearly as well as I know we should be, and I know we can. So that's where I am with this, Steve D. I think we are a top 6 side, to be perfectly honest.
We can sit here and deny that we're not a top 6 side all we want. We've barely been outside of the top 6 all season long. That shows that we are. Even with all the injuries we've had, we're still only a couple points off top spot. So that clearly shows we are a top sort of 6 side. And look, this performance isn't good enough. We can sit here and make all the excuses we want. We can. But I'm sorry, Steve D, but you held Conte and players accountable last season for performances like this. So I don't understand why you're not holding these to account this season for performances like this. I don't understand it personally. But the reality is we are a top 6 side. We've been in there most of the season, even with all the injuries. So I'm sorry. Well, we can, again, Brighton has as many injuries as we do to the first team. But they're still putting out more effort in there than what we are. And that's all it's coming down to. That first half came down to effort.
Yeah. I hope that, Steve, they can show what they've shown majority of the season. That's what's been frustrating, because I think we have been playing very, very well consistently this season. It's just, this is just probably, I think, our worst first half that we've had so far. At some stage, we are going to maybe have a really bad day at the office, but I did not expect it today, really, at all, to be perfectly frank. And so
this is a Brighton team that's out of form, by the way.
Yeah, and they also have plenty of injuries, and they also have plenty of players missing ahead of this. They're not at full strength either, and they've shown up today, and they have. And they also probably have a bit of pressure off of them as well, considering maybe some of the recent results and everything. But still, this is just needs to be better in the next game. But I'd actually argue that's how much faith I have had in Ange, and how much faith I have in this team, and how impressed I've been by Ange, that I do think we're a top 6 side. I mean, and I also am behind this 100%, this rebuild and everything, Ange ball. Love everything that we've done so far. Everything that's happened this season, I would absolutely, do it all over again. I'm so happy with where we are, so happy with how we played. It's just today, it's just not acceptable, that first half. It just isn't. That is by far the worst first half we've had so far this season.
Look, I'm not even going to justify my opinion today. I don't need to. I've been a big backer of Ange. Everybody knows that. And I'm not going to sit here and justify it. I'm allowed to be pissed off with the performance. That's it.
And Al Ben saying, are the players tired of playing under strength? Saying, I think meaning that without their best players, they're getting a little exhausted, I think is what he's saying. Like playing with Ben Davies, Emerson, in the center back positions, all the missing players every now and again. We've had so many different starting 11s that it could be that some of the guys are slightly out of sync, or some of them have been pushed perhaps a little hard. You look at guys like... what is it, in the case of Sonny and Richarlison have played a lot of games this season, and, they could start to be tiring a little bit, but I don't know. It could be just that we've had so many different 11s, so many different starting lineups that, I don't know, maybe it is a part of that. Just
even Arsenal
being tired.
It's a massive opportunity for us to be able to get points. But look, I don't think it's down to tiredness. I really don't. I just think it's down to... just a lack of effort. That's what it is. And look, we know this team is capable of it. We've seen it majority last season. One week they'd play well, the next week they'd be absolutely crap. It's just down to a lack of effort. And they shouldn't always have to rely on a bollock from the manager. Look how pissed off Ange Postecoglou looks walking out there. You can tell he's after getting into them at halftime, and we better bloody see a reaction.
Yeah.
Look, the injuries take its toll. Obviously, there's a drop-off in quality. You're chasing back a lot more than what you would when you've got everyone fit because you don't have as much ball. But at the end of the day, you can still work hard out of possession. That's never an excuse.
Aaron J saying, I wouldn't be shocked if Vicario wants to move in Jan. Aaron, appreciate the support, man, but I think that's a silly opinion. I think Vicario wants to be here, and he's been honestly probably the most praised and most loved keeper, I think, in the Premier League, and I think he's absolutely happy to be here. I'm sorry. I don't know where that's come from, Aaron. I'm sorry that you feel that way, that Vicario would want to leave, but I don't think I don't know. It's just, thanks for sending in the support, but that's just not happening, man. Vicario believes in this team, just like Dave and I believe in this team, and let's just hope that they can turn things around here in the second half. We have gotten kicked off here straight away, and as well.
Stupid young came on for them.
Just a moment here.
Spurs GCTV says we can still get a result. Come on, you Spurs. We can, but we need to start working as a team. The difference in that press is they went as a team. We didn't. They went with belief. We didn't. Yeah. So, there needs to be a dramatic turnaround of intensity from our own players.
We have had chances as well, though, Spurs GCTV. And here's a chance for Richie. It's a sloppy touch, but it's in.
Oh, good finish. Is he off, though? I think he could be off. That's much better, though. And then Steve D with the super chat says, why I was pissed off, mate. No, look, 100%, I get it. But then, why are you coming at me for being pissed off because of the performance today? You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I get you prefer this manager over the last one. But, at the same time, you can still criticize the performances. And I'm not blaming Ange Postecoglou either, by the way. And I think this is where maybe you're getting mixed up. I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the players.
Yeah. It's just on the players.
Anyway, let's get on with the second half and see what we can produce. I'm just going to the toilet quickly, Jacko.
And then Davey Shire saying, to be fair, the top six have been so inconsistent this year. Look at the win-loss of the top teams. That has kept us up. I mean, what the other teams end up doing and how the other teams end up falling apart isn't really up to us, I think, David Shire. I mean, that's on them, right? And Spurs have actually, with very few players in terms of squad depth, with also so many injuries, so many suspensions, so many things that could have gone wrong, we've actually held our own, and we've been able to continue to challenge in and around that top six, which to me says we're a top six club, David Shire, this season. If we're challenging in and around the top six in the manner we have, with all the suspensions and all the injuries, suggests to me then that we are a top six club and that we belong here. We do belong here, and we deserve to be here where we are right now in this season. We've earned where we've been, and that's thanks to Ange. That's thanks to these players. It's just today, it's just been a completely opposite performance of what we've been used to with them. What we've been used to, and it's just I don't know. I just know they're better than this, and I know they can be better than this. And I hope I see it in the second half here. But I think we are absolutely, clearly a top six club with how we've played so far this season. We deserve to be where we are. And also, how other teams capitulate is up to them. They also haven't nearly had as many suspensions or injuries as we've had. So that's up to them. That's their own fault if they're dropping points and not showing that they're as convincing as us.
Also, when you beat Liverpool, when you take a draw away at the Emirates, when you take a draw away at Man City, when you beat Man United and you beat Newcastle, a lot of teams inside that top six, you have every right to be there. It ain't because other teams are being piss poor. Most people are saying this is the best Premier League in years. We're there because we deserve it, because we've gotten results against them teams. So there's no excuse for what we've seen today. If we can go and get a result and a draw against Man City with that back line, what's the excuse for not getting anything from Brighton? There is none.
We're 4 points off the top, says David Shire. Indeed, man. And this is a huge chance here. That's where it's also maybe slightly...
That's what's pissing me off.
I think that's
why I'm
what's
so
also...
angry.
Yeah, I think that's where also some of the context of this frustration comes from is, we've seen so many clubs around us, drop points this weekend. Huge, huge opportunity for us to take advantage. And we have been taking advantage. We've been in flying form. This is how unexpected it is. We've been in flying form. I just don't know how.
But the thing is, if we were carving them open like we were doing against Aston Villa and stuff like that, right, I could say, okay, fair enough. But we're nowhere near that level. We're losing the game because we're playing shit. That's the difference. Villa, we lost the game because we couldn't defend for the two opportunities they had. But, we didn't take our chances at the end of the day. Today, we haven't even created anything. That's the problem.
It's too deep. We are supporting the club, man, and I just saying we've been playing that well.
Don't
That
come
we're in
at
the
me
top
with that
6.
tripe. Don't come at me with that tripe. I've been around the block for too long. I'll get behind the club. Say, I could have said the same to you last season, but I didn't, Steve D. So don't go there. No, I'm sorry. I'm just anyone that doesn't like it. I'm not sitting here justifying my opinion today. I'm not. It's not being accepted in the first half. Like it or lump it. I'm not justifying it. I don't say I was in a bad mood. I was in a great mood on the build-up. The performance has put me in a bad mood.
Don't know how me being critical about this first half performance means I don't love this club. I really don't, Steve. It seems harsh, man. It seems harsh.
Milner gets the ball in. Well done, Vic. Come on, Spurs. Mount something. Let's go. We've seen that we can do it early on. Papa. Give it to Johnson nice and early. He's got the speed. Kulu, get in the middle. You've got Sonny free over the other side.
Kulu.
Deliver it.
There you
Good
go.
Ball. Oh, good defending. He read it. Oh, maybe he could have done it a split second earlier. I spotted it way before he did. We're just standing around. Well done, Emerson. Sarr. He's a bit more lively this half. Porro, get on the outside. The Porro Express. Højbjerg. Out to Adoji. Into Sonaldo.
Come on, Sonny. There you go.
Oh.
Kulu. Why is he
Poor
letting that
ball,
go?
my son.
I felt like he could have gotten a touch on that. Didn't look that poor.
Højbjerg, don't pull out. Slide the fuck in, man. Oh, there's 2 tackles he's pulled out of this game.
Some are saying they wanted changes at halftime. I could have thought about bringing in Lo Celso, I guess, to add more solidity to the midfield, then move Kulusevski out wide. But I guess he's given Johnson some minutes here to. I mean, Johnson in that last half, like I said, I think he should have had a goal and an assist, to be perfectly honest. He had 2 chances to create a goal or score. Let's hope he can grab one here. He has had plenty of space and chances.
Go on, Richie. Try and get after it.
I'd argue Richie's actually been pressing at least better than some of the other front 3 today. I feel like the front 3 is we've been missing that press. The front 3 has not had the same sort of energy in the press as usual. Johnson, why are you turning backwards, man?
Come on, Spurs. Let's try and mount something. We're capable of a comeback. Come on.
It's only 2. It's only 2. This is the perfect.
We get 1, we'll get a second. It's that sort of evening.
It's that moment, and we have to grab the first goal here in the second half.
Good ball.
We grab that goal, and we grab that goal. Brighton will be nervous. They will be nervous if we grab this goal.
Next goal changes. It dictates the game. That's it. Much better on the press.
There you go, Sonny. There you go, Sonny. Into Richie. Richie!
Oh, just whoa!
Oh, my Lord. Richie, man.
Unlucky.
Good interception from Sonny.
See when everyone presses. See when everyone goes.
There you go, Sonny. Good anticipation. Good pass as well. Yeah. I mean, he made the right decision. He made the right decision, Richie. It's just a little wide. Oh, not enough bend on it. He tried to bend it around.
Oh, lucky. Come on. Get after it.
Oh. Come on, lads. There you go,
That's
Johnson. Play
Johnson,
Rich.
play Richie.
Richie!
Is he on? Oh, how's he not scored?
He's off as well. He was off. He was well off. He was well off. He's well off, and he didn't bury it. Come on, Rich, man. Pull yourself together here, lad. Pull yourself together here, lad. Yeah, he's off as well. He's not even behind the ball.
If he doesn't take his next chance, there could be a run up the middle for Son.
He's getting into good areas, Richie, and he's also his hold-up play has actually been all right today, I think. To be honest, I think he's had good hold-up play. It's just, he's got to bury one of these.
Bury the next chance.
Yep, he's got to bury one of these. Come on, good
Give it
hold-up play from Johnson. That's a foul.
Well done. We're turning up the intensity a little here. Can we get our reward and get a first goal? Emerson looking for players to look for the ball. Good ball out to Davies. Now move it. Right, Kulu, let's go. What are you throwing your hand up? Just get after it. That's it, Kulu. That's better.
He's taking the mask off, Kulu.
Yeah. Well done by Porro and Sarr there. Good football. Well done, Papa Matt Sarr. Great play out to Adoji. Let's go, big dog.
See Sonny. Okay.
Good ball to
Into
Kulu.
Kulu, see you,
Kulu back to
Doji!
Adoji! Yes,
Score!
Oh,
How have we not
How is that
scored?
like 2 points at the cherry. Sonny recycles it.
Doji wants a handball. How have we not
see
scored,
if
though?
that is given.
Good turn
Papa
from
Matt
Sarr.
buys himself
Lovely
a bit
turn.
of time. Sonny.
Come on.
Pulls it across.
Oh.
It's cleared again. This is much better by Tottenham. Keep it
Great
going,
start.
lads. Højbjerg on the ball. Back to Sonny. Sonny running at them again.
Sarr!
Penalty. How's he not giving that? Maybe some bot look for that. Ben Davies getting caught out here. Can Emerson get across the well back? He does well to slow him down.
Come on, Emerson.
Getting the challenge. João Pedro. Is the referee even going to look at that VAR? Handball?
Oh, how have we not scored there? How have we not scored?
Look, Brighton are just passing it around. Someone go and chase the fucking thing.
I didn't get to see it. Richarlison.
I'm sorry, but if they didn't give the one to Sonny down in the box, how's he giving that? Yellow card to Richie.
Great start. How have we not scored, though? And that's the thing. Tonight, I must say, like, the front line have had chances. Front line have had chances. Here we go.
Itoji. No handball there. No.
It's got to finish that.
Now, that could be a penalty. I'm calling for it.
I mean, he stepped across him, and he hasn't won the ball.
Yeah.
And
that could be a penalty.
He stepped across him, and he hasn't won the ball.
Referees just hate us.
God, Spurs have had chances, man. Brendan Johnson is like, I'll still reference his chances today from that first half. We've had chances. It's amazing we haven't been getting shots on target. It's amazing.
We needed a goal during that run of play there. We really needed a goal there. Gross with the ball in.
Oh, it's bad deflection. Bad bounce.
How are we letting the ball bounce like that?
It's amazing we haven't even looked back at that. I thought that was penalty, really, with Sonny. The more you think about it, I don't know why that isn't even being looked at more.
I don't understand why it's not. He stepped across him.
Stepped across him. He's just.
Oh no! Is that handball?
And we're getting more replays for this.
I'm sure he's being pushed. It's come off.
And it's come off dunk. I think it's come off dunk. It's come off dunk though onto them, and they don't know about it. They know nothing about it.
It's a double handball. One off Højbjerg.
There's nothing in that.
Off for Richarlison.
There's nothing in that.
You can't give that.
There's nothing in that. There's no way. There's no way. They're checking this one, but they're not checking the penalty for Sonny. They spend time looking for that. That's ridiculous. How have they not spent time on the Sonny one then? Emerson.
Oh, Emerson, what are you doing? Well done. That's a joke.
He's got no options, Emerson. He's angry.
He's going ballistic, and he's every right to. There's no one looking for that ball in that midfield. Well done, Kulu. Porro, good ball into a Doji. Referee.
No, Doji's locked up there. Way to go, Porro. Over the top.
Tries to hit Johnson. Another change by Brighton. When are we going to make one?
Apparently the ref is Aussie, says King Huddle.
Yeah, he's from Australia. Jared Gillette is his name.
Maybe he doesn't like Ange.
He's the guy that booked Destiny Adoji for the shoulder yellow to yellow, and then he doesn't give that penalty to Sonny. Work that one out.
Just misplaced by, I think it was Poro. Hit it straight into the middle of the pitch, but no one there.
Brighton getting on with it quickly. Free cross. Picks it
No,
out.
clearing away by...
That. Well done, Poro. Adoji onto Sonny. Ref. Ref! Come on, Spurs. Let's get one before the 70th minute. Let's make a game of this. How's that? Like, how did he not even give that for the first time? Here we go. Come on, Kulu. Johnson, get on the overlap. Why is he running away from him inside?
Nice
Good ball
pass.
by Kulu.
Can't be letting that go across you, Brendan. You got to just take a touch there.
Yeah, just get it under control.
Ball in behind.
Oh, no. Joe Pedro. Emerson does well there to slow
Good
him
recovery from Emerson.
down. Turns him back.
Good recovery from Emerson.
Brennan Johnson. Richarlison with the press. Forces them to go long, give them straight back to us. Come on, Tottenham, build something now. Vicario into Emerson. Emerson to Poro. You need to turn there. Back to Emerson. Shit ball.
Come on, lads. We've had a good start, and now it's slipping away now. We had a great start. We need to turn it around again here. Brighton are happy to... They'd be happy to slow the game down. We have to keep it at a high intensity here. We have to create chances.
Just creating triangles everywhere.
We have to continue. We have to create chances like we were earlier. The press has been off as well today.
Way off. Well done. That's better.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you
Johnson,
go.
when you run off
Come
him.
on, Kulu.
Kulu cut inside. Johnson on the outside. Not hard.
There you go,
Good
Richie.
ball, Richie.
There you go. Come on!
Oh, no.
Way. No,
Not
he had
again.
to been on. No, he had to been on.
How can he's about 60, that Lino.
No way he's off. No way he's off. How is he off? He better not be. He's had all day to stay on sides as well. All day. Oh, no. Yep, he's off.
Yeah, he's off.
Damn it, Rich. Did Kulu play it too late? I don't think he did. It's hard to know. Did he play it too late?
Yeah, he did.
It's hard to know whose fault it is there.
If he's going to play that, he has to play that earlier.
It's hard to know whose fault it is there.
It's 2 offside goals for Richie today. Oh, no. What is going on there?
Another ball in
That's
behind.
just one long ball. That's shocking. That's just one long bloody ball. It's just route one.
Corner for Brighton.
Corner kick. Goes short. Look
Stupid,
how
yeah.
slow we are to get out. We just allowed him to
that's
shoot.
a worldie.
That's shocking.
Wow, what
We
a
just
worldie.
allowed him to shoot. No one went to close him down. This is exactly what we've been talking about all game.
Oh, my
They just
Lord.
allowed him to shoot that.
What a finish.
No one got near him. They all switched off. They allowed it to happen. Great finish, but my God, you can't allow him to shoot a ball like that and just unchallenged. Vicario's going ballistic. I don't blame him. He has every bloody right. We need to make a change. This is embarrassing. Get the kids on. Can't do any worse. At least they'll run about for you.
Just not our day. Just not our day. Just not from the get-go.
Look at that. Everyone just standing there. Brennan Johnson,
Wow,
Kulu,
that's a
no
worldie.
intensity to go and close them down. All the defenders turn around to the two of them and go, what the fuck are you playing at, lads? It's shocking. It's just shocking. Yeah, there you are. Go on. Have a strike at our goal. Why not? It's a great strike, but when you allow them to have a strike like that, you're going to get punished.
Too. 'Too much time. Great finish, though. Yeah.
2 offside goals for Brighton. 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 And Celso getting warmed up to come on as well, just as that happens.
Lo Celso's come on. It's just not our day. Not our day. Not our day.
Off.
Just gonna have to forget this one. Gonna have to hopefully forget this one. But this is by far our worst performance of the season, I'd say.
This is better.
Well done from Lo Celso.
Brennan Johnson. Sonny's through the middle now. Shit ball to Kulu. Picks it back up. Have a strike.
Oh, that's also shit. Kulu.
Celso, good ball out to Porro.
Nice
good ball
Porro.
back to Lo Celso. Kulu tries to wrangle through there. Good defending. And Brighton are out. João Pedro, he's been brilliant down this right hand or down this left hand side for them today.
It's out of play. That went out of play, surely. There you go, Lo Celso.
Why are they only starting to do this now that they're 3-0 down?
There you go.
Good ball by Brendan Johnson. Get your head
Come
up,
on,
Kulu.
Mm-hmm.
No one in there to
Johnson,
him.
good. Well done.
No one there to him again. Overhit as well. Shocking. Where's he even crossing that to? Win that.
There you go, Emma.
Out
Come on, Kulu.
All that space. Porro, what can they create between the two of them? The onus is on us, lads. Someone's going to have to try something. Højbjerg. Better ball out to Porro there. It's just our day. It's just the way the day has been.
It's just not been our day at the office. Really hasn't.
Emerson. On to Ben Davies. Come on, Gil.
I didn't even realize he's come on as well. Him and Lo Celso, I guess,
Get
both
it
at
in.
once. Hill, good ball.
Don't let them out here, lads. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Good defending from Højbjerg.
Why can't we do that? Chip the ball between two players. Emerson trying to get us going. Sonny loses out. Oh my God. He's been way off it today.
Yeah, it's just been one of Sonny's. It's not been one of Sonny's best performances either.
Here we go. Ah, come on. Who played that? Lo Celso. That's shit. Smash. No, just end the game, ref. Just end it. We're so bad today. Just call it off. Come back for the Brighton game. Or Bournemouth even, sorry.
I would like to play Brighton again, have a redo. Steve D says, still friends from earlier. Listen, Steve, I think we always have had, I think we've always had a good line of disagreeing with each other or at end, just having different takes without going into it that deep. I just think at one stage, you don't need to sort of question our loyalty to Ange or question our loyalty to the club or, our support for the club or anything like that. I'm not sure if you did or if you just sort of came across that way to us that, you might have been questioning sort of our loyalty to Spurs or our loyalty to Ange, which is absolutely there. And probably we've been, as we know, and have been accused of and made fun of by other people as sort of happy clappers who absolutely embrace, the moments of when we are flying high. And we do really get behind this team. And it's just one of those days at the office that I didn't expect and has genuinely been, I think, our worst day at the office so far this season. Just has been our worst day at the office. And I'm just going to forget about it after the 90 minutes is over. But for right now, it doesn't feel good, man. It doesn't feel good. But I just hope that wasn't the case because, I mean, believe me, as you know, we absolutely love Ange. We absolutely love this football club, and we do everything that we can for it. And so just don't want that to come across in any way that, questioning loyalty or anything like that.
And look, of course, we're still friends, my man. We'll always have back and forth. We're never going to agree on absolutely everything, 100%. Look, I'm just disappointed in today. I thought we'd see a lot better performance. I thought we'd win. And look, you know me, Steve D. I just hate losing, right? I absolutely hate losing. I can't stand it. So I get cranky when we lose, man. Who's that, Valise?
Yeah, Valise is on. He's basically throwing on the youngsters or just throwing on anybody that he's just not happy. I think Ange is just not happy with today. So he's just going.
I think he's already written it off. He'll just dust themselves down and get ready for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from this. This game is as good as done. It's that second yellow. So who did he come on for? Brennan Johnson. Yeah. Brennan Johnson's come off. Rightly so. He's been crap. May as well just hand out a few debuts in moments like this now.
Yeah. Just giving it to the fringe players. Hill, Lo Celso, Valise. Oh, my lord. Is that Lo Celso there?
Yeah. I just well to recover, though.
Hill, nice pass.
Pull back to Doji. Shoot, man!
Why are we going backwards there? Why are we going backwards there, Doji?
Lo Celso.
Why are we going backwards again?
Doji needs to believe in himself. He needs to have a crack.
Have a crack or play it to somebody. Foul given away by Hill.
He won't pull the trigger because he's not confident. Look at Ange, he's seething. He'll just want to get out of there now and forget, put this behind us. I think we'll do the same. Lad, just put it behind us and just...
Yeah, that's the way that we started in the second half, I was pleased with it, but we didn't take our chances once again. That's been also kind of a slightly frustrating thing about today is despite how poor we have been today, we actually have had chances to get a goal back. We have. I don't think even Brighton, I think, would probably admit that. Brighton fans would say there's been a couple of chances that they're surprised that we didn't take, that we could have gotten a goal back, and we haven't. And since we haven't done that, we've just made it. Yeah, we just made it so that it was just going to be Brighton's game at the end of the day. I'm very frustrated, I must say, with Brennan Johnson on this evening. I just think he had. I don't know. I just think he had a goal and an assist easily in the bag. He had two players he could have squared it to in that one moment, and he didn't. And then he had another chance where he could have easily just squared it to an open runner in the box, didn't do it. And then there was at one stage, I'm now trying to remember, I feel like he had a good chance to score as well that I'm trying to remember too, and he didn't take that either. It's just, he had a poor day, Johnson. Whereas Sonny, this has probably been one of his worst performances, but let's be honest, he's been probably one of our best players so far this season. Richarlison, a weird one for him. Like, he's actually had good movement, and I think his hold-up play has actually been fine. It's just he's had the thing that he had in the past, or at least in previous games. He's just been offside on numerous occasions when he shouldn't be. And I don't know. Richarlison, I'm not going to read that deep into his performance either, but I would probably a little bit into Johnson's. Another chance. Penalty maybe. Gio Lo Celso gives away a penalty.
Do you know what? Just bring on a Dorrington and a Phillips and let's see what they can do for the next 45 or for the next 30 minutes.
Sloppy penalty given away by Spurs.
It's just one of them days, isn't it?
That's another thing, too. I mean, Kulusevski's penalty was also stupid. Like, Kulusevski, for him giving away that penalty was stupid as well. What is Gio doing there? Gio's is also stupid. What's he even doing? What's he expecting there? How is he expecting to win that?
That's just dumb.
Just two stupid penalties given away.
Like, I admire him trying to go after the ball, but you don't go to ground like that in the box from behind. Although it's soft if that is given. Don't think there's much in it, but the fact that he's coming from behind, hopefully they take pity on us. No, he's giving it.
Steve D says, off to enjoy the darts, so don't blame you, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same as soon as we're finished here.
Yeah.
Not even going to bother with Twitter reacts, as you know.
No.
We don't do them when we lose. We just, no point.
I
I
think
don't
we've
want to
been
just
repeating
inflict more pain on
ourselves.
people.
I think we've been repeating ourselves 1,000 times in this game. I don't think all that much has really changed. I think we're sort of still saying the same things that we were saying sort of at halftime. I think
No, there's enough slide in the build-up there, is there?
I've also just come to accept that this is just clearly our worst day and our worst performance. It just is. And that might come one day where you just have your worst day at the office, and that's what today is. But I really hope that we see one of those sort of responses and one of those sort of kind of, how'd you put it, reactions. We need a reaction after this. We do. We need a reaction after this because this really wasn't acceptable. But
If
it's just
this
one of those
continues
days.
against Bournemouth, I'll be fuming.
Why are they giving it as a penalty if it was offside?
Don't know. Maybe he was onside. He looked offside. I don't know. It's given anyway. Pedro. Big Vic. It's going to be 4. Yeah.
I think he's the
4-0.
best penalty taker in like the world or something. Joao Pedro. I think isn't it something like he hasn't missed?
This is embarrassing, though. I'm sorry, but 4-0 to a half-depleted Brighton team is embarrassing. It really is. Yeah. I'm not going to harp on too much about it. I'll do it in my own time. Speak to my missus about it, see if she listens to me. But 4-0 to Brighton is embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm not having it.
No,
that's just embarrassing.
This isn't not acceptable.
And again, I don't blame Ange at all. I just blame the players on this one.
That's where I'm frustrated. This is just, once again, I feel Ange has really been let down.
Threw in the towel. They quit on us
Ange has
today.
been let down tonight. Ange has been let down tonight.
And the sad thing is he'll have to be the one that'll have to front that. That's the annoying thing. It's him that has to front it. These players will get away with it.
Ange has been really let down.
And this isn't even a Brighton team that's in form. That's the sickening thing about it. We've come into Brighton in a lot worse form against a Brighton team in a lot better form and beat them. It's just been disjointed. Everything we've done, on the ball, off the ball, it's just been disjointed from minute one. Just end it. Please put us out of our misery. I don't want to be embarrassed any further. This could be a 5 or 6 if we're not careful. Can't even make a challenge. Oh, my Lord. What is going on? The only saving grace is if Arsenal lose to West Ham tonight.
I bet Ange is absolutely fuming.
Oh, of course you would be. You'd be absolutely seething. The only thing is, hopefully these players find this result as embarrassing as we do. And they make sure it doesn't happen and it sends them on a bit of a run. Good ball by Emerson. No one there. No one there. And Brighton are out again. Every single time. That midfield has been non-existent all game.
People are walking as well. This is just pathetic. People are walking.
This could get even worse. As soon as 90 minutes end, we're just going to end this.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
The players should be embarrassed. Players should be absolutely embarrassed by this.
Yeah. Do you know what, Dom? I hope so, but I wouldn't 100% say they would, you know. Some of these players played that Newcastle 6-0, you know.
Yeah.
It reminds me very reminiscent of that, just the fact that Brighton just didn't do it in devastating fashion in the first 20 minutes, which they nearly did.
And another thing, too, that I am seeing sort of in the chat, but I must be honest, like, as much as I don't think Emerson or Davies have been in any way spectacular, like, I think we all knew that they were going to be the weak link, in this game. Like, they aren't natural center backs. I think more so in Emerson's case, he's not a natural center back. And he is preferred to Eric Dyer because I think Eric Dyer still at the end of the day is worse. But like, it's up to the other players in this team that are playing in their natural positions and are playing in form to carry the team here, and they haven't. The midfield, especially, I think Sarr Højbjerg, Kulusevski, all poor today. And then the front three, like, they had chances, the front three today, to get a goal back, get us back into the game, and they didn't. They didn't do their job. So I can't really, as much as I'm not going to just praise and just excuse Emerson or Davies' performance, I'll be honest, I've actually seen more effort from Davies and Emerson, even just right there, for example, and more passion from them than I have from a lot of the rest of the players tonight. So
You know what?
I'm not going to throw them under the bus as much as I would others.
Today's one of them days I actually feel very sorry for them. I actually really do, because
they've
had no protection. They've had no protection whatsoever. You know, Brighton have just got the ball from one end, played all the way through. They're at our back four. There's no protection from that midfield. When they get the ball, there's no one from the midfield looking for it. You know, when Davies and Emerson are constantly roaring up the field to other players. They're going absolutely ballistic out there. Vicario's going ballistic. You look at the penalties. Kulu gave one away. Lo Celso gave the other away. You look at the corner kick. It didn't even go into the box. Brennan Johnson and Kulu just stood off at Stuppian or whoever it was and let him strike the ball. You know, I actually feel sorry for Emerson and Davies today. In reality, you look at the scoreline and go, fuck me, they were absolutely useless. Don't get me wrong, they haven't been great either, but I actually feel sorry for them. They've been run ragged because there's just no one else trying. No one else is trying.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. I feel bad for them. I
and
actually
that's very
think
rare
they've
for
tried.
me. That's very rare for me to defend Ben Davies, by the way.
I think they have tried. Feliz! Alejo Feliz! First goal.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. God, take
First
some
Premier League goal. First Premier League goal. Look what it means to him.
He's going ballistic. Love that.
That's nice to see.
Love that.
That's nice to see. Good for him. Good
now
pass from Sonny.
Now get Donny on. He'll get one too. Good closing down by Kulu. Sonny.
Great pass from Sonny.
Tries to cross. Good cross by Sonny.
That was a difficult cross, and it deflected off of Van Hecke, but I actually think that was a good cross. He hits it into the ground. Sonny, that was well done.
Come on, late resurgence.
I love it from Feliz.
Good finish.
Not a bad finish,
Paul
actually.
Markey.
I thought he scuffed it. No, that's not a bad finish. Take a scuff
Paul
finish
Markey
when you're
does it.
18. When you're 18 years old in the Premier League, you take any finish. I'd hit it in with my knee. I wouldn't care.
See, pressure's on him now with Donnelly, Day and Scarlett being back and all. Pressure's on Feliz now. Oh, no.
It's that Kulu.
Please, no. That's Kulu.
Please, no.
Just take him off as a precaution.
We've had so many.
The game's done. Just
We've had
take him
so
off.
many. Yeah, we've had so many injuries. We don't need any more. We don't. Oh, he's just raked down the side of his. Yeah, it's absolutely. He's ruined his ankle
did
there.
Romero not get sent off against Chelsea for something very similar?
I thought that would be. Yeah,
following through.
That's nearly the same challenge Romero had.
It's nearly exactly identical, I believe.
Exact same challenge that Romero had.
As I'm not read.
If not worse. He's
Delighted
late as
for
well.
him,
He was
so.
late.
Send him off. Do not. There's no point of keeping him out there. Just take him off. Get one of the kids on.
Yeah.
And just don't run the risk.
Put Santiago or Donley on for Kulu. Put Donley on for Kulu. Just put Donley on. That's literally identical to Romero's.
Exactly
That's
what
actually
Romero got sent
it's
off
identical if not worse. Identical
Against
if not
Chelsea.
worse.
Yeah, that's worse. That's worse.
I don't get it. I really don't.
That's a red card.
It's just as bad.
Rombom done that.
Just as bad. Should be a red card for him, but it won't be because.
Yes, come on. He's coming off. We don't need to
Come on,
aggravate
Jamie.
that. Big Don's coming on.
Come on, Jamie.
I actually feel sorry for the kids that they have to wait till we're 4-1 down for them to get opportunities, but hey, oh. I don't sit him back down. You're not going to put Kulu back out there, surely.
Does Kulu want to stay on? I'm confused. Maybe Kulu wants to stay on, but
Field have just been chasing shadows.
He shouldn't stay on. He really shouldn't. Kulu. He's not. I'd argue too. He hasn't played that well tonight either. So.
No. Well done, Salzburg. Ref.
Well done by Højbjerg.
Come on, let's go and get a quick second. Stop hugging him.
Shut the.
Then fuck off.
Jeez, man, what are you doing?
4-1 down. You're hugging players out there. No wonder why we're losing 4-1.
Oh, that's
my
shocking
God,
from
Ben
Davies. That's shocking.
Oh, my Lord. Emerson mops it up.
Oh,
That's equally
poor
as
as
bad
well.
by Emerson.
That's poor as well from Emo.
Both of them, dumb and dumber.
Really surprised they haven't looked back at that for a red, considering they gave it to Romero, and they've given so many other red cards this season for shocking decisions. I can't believe they haven't looked at that.
Good tackle by Gill. Yeah, I can't believe it's not.
I've seen so many shocking reds already this season. I mean, that one would fall in line.
I wonder what Gary Neville would have to say. You know, he was so quick to get Romero a red card. I wonder what he'd have to say on that. Good ball by Emerson. Or Doji, sorry. Corner kick. Just get it in the box. Don't take 20 minutes to set it up. Kulu's limping. Why is he still out there?
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's a short one. It's Brian Gilmessi. Straight off the player in front of him.
Good ball. Oh, it's Valise!
Oh!
Oh, no, it's Ben Davies.
Oh, come on. Let's go get a quick third.
Could be something in this. Could be something.
Come on.
My Lord. What a time to show up.
Come back. Give us 20 minutes to add it on. There's got to be at least 10.
Give us 20 minutes.
Let's go and get a quick third. Salvaging some pride at least.
Could be on. Should be on.
Great ball. At least we're salvaging a bit of pride.
At least anyone who didn't watch this game, they would not think it was a closer game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Don't tell me they've waited till the ball's gone on halfway to check for the offside. Oh, my Lord. They have. Oh, my God.
I mean, we picked it out from the back of the net. Yep,
someone stopped the watch.
It's given.
Yeah, but how long does it take for them? They're slowing down time for the comeback. We're pumped. They've slowed it right down again.
That's just what VAR does, though.
Get rid of it. Come on, Big Vic. Come on, let's go and get a quick third. Well done, Vicario. Spurs fans, they don't know whether to leave or stay. Some of them have already gone, but the rest don't know whether to leave or stay.
Plenty have already left.
Come on, let's go and get the third. Sonny, shit touch. Will you get it under control? Here we go. We're building another attack. Come on. They're scared. Gill. Referee free.
Hill.
Well done. Get it in the box. Come on. Let's go and get a quick third here. Come on. We don't need to slow it down. Get it in. Chop, chop. Time is of the essence. Come on, Benjamin. We need another one. Yeah, that's it, Porro. Tell him. Let me get on with it. Arguing about ball position. Muppet.
Whip it into Alejo.
Don't get overexcited. Good delivery. Overexcited. I knew it would happen. I knew it.
Adrian Chia with a super chat from earlier saying we played 4 up front today and left 2 mids that got us overrun. Do you think there was a slightly different instruction maybe for Kulusevski to not be as much involved in the midfield, so then we got overrun with Sarr and Højbjerg?
No, Kulu plays as a midfielder. We're just chasing shadows out there. Look, it all started with the press. Richarlison went, Son was late, Johnson was late, the midfield was late, and they just played around us. I get maybe in the second half when you're going for the game with 2-3 down if we went with 4 up top to try and get something back. I can understand that. First half, it wasn't like that. We were just being played around. Do not let them go into the corner with this. Someone help Emerson. Well done, Emerson.
Come on, Gio. Someone's giving away
get it down, let's go.
There.
Come on. Let's get a goal before 90 and then give us 10 minutes. been about 10. There's been so many long stoppages.
You grab a
2
third.
offside
You
goals.
do grab a third, you get 10 minutes for sure.
Oh,
For
please. Sonny!
Play him. Sonny,
Penalty!
why are you going down so
Penalty!
easy, man? Why is he going down so easy? Sonny.
I think he tried to buy a penalty there.
Oh, he's got
I
friends.
agree, though, Jack. You got to stay
friends.
on the feet and try and make something, work something.
He's got teammates around him. He doesn't need to go down. You don't need to go down when you got teammates around you there.
Yeah. Let's go, Doji. Come on, big dog.
Whip it in.
Go on, big dog. Go on, big dog. All the way to the house.
Love it. Come on, Hill. Oh, Hill.
Are they looking for a handball? Oh, that fell right to Hill.
Hill missed it.
Don't let him dance. Well done, Davies.
Sir.
Get under it. Get it going. Come on. They're rattled. This is on. Get it in the box.
Whip it in, Hill.
No one in there. Handball. Right, so you get it in.
Nice
the ball
touch.
into Sonny.
Nice touch as well. To Hill. Whip it in.
No one to cross it to.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Come on. Let's get a quick third.
Brighton looked nervous. Oh, Kulu!
Oh!
No! Hill!
Sonny! Gill!
Sonny!
Oh!
Oh, my Lord,
Kulu's
boys.
in a great position there.
I couldn't even tell if Kulu... That was a shot. Was that a shot from Kulu?
I think so.
Oh, and Hill
I
as
hope
well.
he wasn't crossing it, because I don't know why he's not shooting. He's about 6 yards out.
And Hill as well.
Two
good chances. 2 good chances for Hill.
Gill. Emerson. Pull it back. Oh, just overhit. Oh, so frustrating.
Well done.
Well done. Here we go, Lo Celso. This is just becoming relentless now. Well done, Gio.
Oh, yes.
Alejo!
Oh, what a touch.
Defended by Dunk.
Great touch from
by
Alejo.
Veliz.
Fabulous
Hoiberg.
touch.
Get it out to the right side. Let's get something coming in from there. Emerson.
Kulu.
Kulu. Cuts inside with the left footer. Oh, too enthusiastic. Steve Como says only took 80 minutes to wake up. That's the problem.
Man, 2 good chances.
But you know what? At least we salvaged a bit of pride, I suppose.
So, yeah. Actually, there was a chance to grab a third there, to be fair. I don't know. I think even in general, though, I'd still say today, like, it's just one of those, it's just been a poor day at the office. And also Brighton, I mean, they've actually buried their chances today, where Spurs have had chances. Spurs have had chances. They have had chances. And they just haven't in any way looked as convincing in front of goal as Brighton do. Like, Brighton actually have challenged Vicario. Like, we just haven't even challenged Jason Steele enough. I mean, most of the time it's either ended up in a block shot or it's ended up in a really poor first touch or something where it looks like it's about to be a pretty easy goal. But we make hard work of easy chances. And I would say Brighton have had, fair play to them, have absolutely carved us open. But I mean, we've opened them up as well. Like, we really have. And that's what's frustrating here.
So you don't need to get involved and waste any more bloody time.
Celso's an idiot for that.
What's Joe Pedro doing? Jesus Christ, he needs to relax. Idiot. Someone needs to leave something on him on the next game.
Celso, I mean, you're giving them, you're wasting
I want a minute
time.
and a half added on there, by the way. That's what they're after, wasting nearly 2 minutes here now. That better be added on at the end. This better go into 101 minutes. If not, I'm complaining. Come on. Ref. It's just absolutely committed assault. Let's get it going. Good ball by Davies. Go on, Gill. Come on, kid. Since the kids have come on, they've actually provided a lot of energy that we were missing. The intensity is ramped up a little. Hoiberg out to Emergot. Emerson into Kulu. Kulu whipped that in. Great touch by Kulu.
Yeah.
The Porinator whips it in.
Alejo.
Unlucky. I could see what he was trying to do. Play Sonny true.
Thought he actually was going to go for a first-time shot. That would have been
Where's
audacious.
the multi-ball system? Big Vic, just pump it long. Now's the time. We don't got time for 20 touches and dawdling across the back. Gill drops short to receive it. Back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg, look at the Celso. He's screaming for it. And he does that.
Oh,
That'll
nice.
do. Release.
Nice.
Good ball onto Doji. You've got Kulu at the back.
You got Valise. Højbjerg off the
Off
post.
the
post.
Oh!
Oh!
Handball!
How?
They're screaming for handball.
How? How have we not scored again? How have we not scored again?
Is there a handball here?
Apparently not. Oh.
God, it's a check. It's a VR check. If they don't give this after slowing down the corner, I'm going to go ballistic.
I don't know.
No, it's come off his midriff. So get on with
His
it.
hands are behind his
Jesus
back.
Christ, how long did they need to see that?
His hands are behind his back.
Ruined our short corner routine.
How did we not score that?
Gill coming in onto his left foot. Emerson, give it out to Kulu. Kulu, you've got to swing this one in, brother. Oh, it's over here.
Deflected. No, should be a corner, right? If it's not,
I think he
that's
overhit
poor.
that. He's very poor. How have we not scored a third? Good effort by Højbjerg as well, off the post.
How is poor on that?
Good effort as well. Keeps it low. It's very easy to blaze them both. What a fucking effort. Oh. Well done, Gill. He's been brilliant since he's come on. Emerson. Out to Adoji. Let's back something. Let's get forward again. Don't have time for this. We're 2 down, lads. Højbjerg. Good ball on to Kulu.
See Hill.
Good ball out to Lo Celso.
Celso
drives it in. Back post. Oh, Sonny with a poor connection.
Man, him and Kulu have been off today. Sonny and Kulu have just been off today. And they've been carrying us the past few games, Sonny and Kulu, but they've just been off. Not their best day.
Good fight back, but too little, too late.
More fight back from the non-regulars or from the...
Since the kids have come on, they've provided energy and a bit of spark.
Since the kids and the fringe players, yeah. So like we haven't really thrown on any kids. We've only thrown on a Valise and Hill and Lo Celso.
Yeah. True, yeah. Well, since they've come on, they've made an impact. You know, Gill's been lively, Lo Celso's been lively.
Fair
Fucking Valise has scored.
No, Valise. I mean, Valise is just wants it. That's the thing. Like we could be down 7-0 and that guy wanted to score. You know, clearly he wants to.
Why is the cameraman showing João Pedro? Does he fancy him or something? Let's get on with the game. Fucking hell. 20 minutes looking at his mug. He's pissed me off. He scored 2. I don't want to see that.
Oh my.
Now we're just playing ourselves into trouble. There's a time.
Sir.
Right, let's get it under. Let's just go. Go. Well done, Porro. Good ball. Let's get it out wide. No dilly-dallying. Even just salvage it to 4-3. Gill. Running at his man. Nice and direct. Good ball. Adoji. Sonny. Adoji. Kulu. One he is. Well picked up by Emerson. That's a free. Get under it. Get on it quick. This game should be going to 101 minutes. They wasted 2 minutes when it was in Andrew time. Good ball out to Kulu. Kulu onto Gill. Been everywhere. He's on both sides. Emerson. Someone get it in the box. Good ball. Sonny. Poor header.
Again, not his day. He's had chances today, Sonny.
That's the game wrapped up now anyway.
He's had chances. Him, Kulu, Johnson. They've had chances. should be blown up
Just
now.
blow it up
Yeah,
now.
I bet it is. It should be game. That's a foul. Well done, Udoji. Well done,
He's so
Udoji.
bloody
What a
strong.
powerful runner. What a powerful runner. Hill! Oh! Fair play.
2-0 West Ham.
Wow.
Is that what some people are saying? Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, ref. Just blow it up now. Just taking the piss.
What's he throwing? Why is he throwing the water bottle down?
Enjoy it, I think. I think he's celebrating.
Oh.
Just blow it up, ref. Look, we salvaged a little pride, but it's all too little, too late. Game over.
Yep.
4-2 to Brighton. Still embarrassing. The nature of that performance for 80 minutes was embarrassing.
But with that, I mean, I don't know how much, at least me personally, I need to repeat myself. You know, I think everything I said at halftime is how I felt. I think that was the worst first half I'd seen from us this season. And I saw a lot better in the second half. But, I mean, it was sort of, we just needed to take our chances, to be perfectly honest. Like, once we did try to get back into the game, and I don't think we did. I think we had some chances, actually, in the beginning of that second half. And then we let Brighton get 2 more, really. And, I don't know, just a really, really bad day at the office, but I can't repeat myself that much longer.
Yeah.
It really has just been a bad, bad day. And I hope that we see a reaction next time and into the next game. I mean, it's a bad one for Postecoglou. I feel really bad for him as well. I just don't think he deserves this. I don't think he deserves this sort of performance. And once again, I just repeat myself, despite a really, really bad day, I think there were actually chances to Spurs to actually come back. And Spurs actually probably could have maybe tried to salvage something, but we just didn't. And yeah, and also Adrian Chia just quickly saying with a super chat, it would have been 2-2 if it wasn't for 2 silly pens. And that's just part of it being a bad day at the office, right? Like, I think Kulusevski's was a shocking penalty to give away. Just nothing about that made sense. It was lazy, stupid. And then in Gio Lo Celso's case as well, I mean, the game was kind of already close to over, but that was also just a bonehead of a penalty to give away. It's just a lot of, and just, I think even some of our best players like Kulusevski and Sonny, really probably not, I'd say maybe 2 of their worst performances of the season as well. They've been some of our most consistent players, guys that have been carrying us for the majority of the season. They did not show up today, and it's just not a good day for us. And I don't know how many times I can say that, but I'm not going to read all that deep into it. I hope that we get a reaction next time, because if we do see a huge reaction in the next game, I think I can sort of just try to forget about this one. But it's a huge opportunity missed. I mean, so many teams have dropped points recently. Aston Villa dropped points. You look at also right now, Arsenal probably likely to drop points too. It's just, it's even more frustrating on top of it, just because there was a good chance to get something up out of the table. Yeah.
Big up Adrian Chia. And then Jerome says, too little, too late. We only have ourselves to blame for this
100%.
defeat. Look, I'm just going to give my quick piece on it off the back of this, Jerome. Look, for me, I'll be honest, I think King Adler said it there. I feel let down by this group of players. The opportunity was there for them to really rubber stamp some authority, and they let us down. And reality is, the manner of that performance ain't good enough. I've seen better with a very similar team put out against Man City, and we got the job done. Look, a rod off our own backs. Let's be honest, all 4 goals were avoidable. The first goal, we allowed the guy to just run across the edge of our box unchallenged, beat 4 players. 2 penalties, soft. And then the other one from the corner kick, no one closing it down. Very lazy from the squad altogether today, right throughout from start to finish. I think it only really changed when we brought on some Lo Celso, Gill, and Valise. It only changed, there was a bit more intensity in what we were trying to do. But again, it's too little, too late. For the large majority of it, not good enough. If Davies wants to stick around beyond this season, he's got to do a lot better. Emerson, look, could have done a bit better today. But you
Yeah.
know what? I actually feel sorry for that back line. That midfield was atrocious. They didn't want the ball in possession, and out of possession, they were just chasing shadows all game. That back line had no protection whatsoever. Sort of, go back and look at the 4 goals, sums up how lazy we were all day. I feel really let down, not good enough. And look, let's be honest, we got away with it against Everton, but the man in performance wasn't great. Kulu went missing against Everton. Although Sonny scored large parts of the game, he was missing as well. Again today, I'm looking at someone like Sonny. You're off to the Asian Games now. You're going to be missing out. Leave your mark. Give us Spurs fans a good send-off. The last 2 games, he's been piss poor. Not good enough. Despite all the injuries, you're looking at some of the players like a Sonny, like players like him, step up today and try and make something happen, be that guy, and it just never happened. One of them days, everything went wrong. Even when we made a challenge, it bounced, fall to one of their players. I'll be honest, I don't even know where to start. Everything was that bad from start to finish, and everyone was that bad from start to finish. So I don't even know where to start, so I'm not even going to bother over analysing it. It's one I'll just sleep on. Might come out tomorrow with something, just sort of a quick discussion or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Just dust ourselves down and pick ourselves up for the cherries. But I feel very let down by that Tottenham performance today.
Yeah. And Jerome saying too little, too late. Yeah, we only have ourselves to blame for this defeat. And I think we were our own worst enemy tonight, Jerome, in a lot of ways. We really were. Just made the game so much harder on ourselves when we didn't need to. Just didn't need to. It was a game that I just think Spurs just needed to focus up quite quickly. Brighton clearly were in on this game. They were very motivated for it, but we had chances to actually get back into it. And then also just some really sloppy moments from us, really sloppy and boneheaded moments. And you're not going to win the game if you concede 2 penalties in the way that we did and some other sort of bad moments of sloppiness. But yeah, too little, too late. Nothing to really get from it at the end of the day. Adrian Chia saying, sorry for the script. Tried to rescue it in the last 10 minutes. Appreciate you, Adrian, for trying to and maybe rewrite it in some sort of manner. But today was a huge lesson learned, I think, and I hope we see a reaction of some kind, Adrian. But sort of echo what Dave said. I think I've repeated myself 1,000 times when it comes to this game, and I just hope to see reaction in the next one. I don't want to read all that deep into certain players' performances, or really anything. I just like to hope that this was just a really, really bad day at the office from some of them, and that they're going to turn it around in the next coming games here. But not a good script at all. Not a good script at all. And it seems like that kit is sort of cursed for us, I must say, Adrian, though. That third kit has been a little cursed for us this season. And Al Ben saying, Dave and Jack, please explain this, please. Why, when we are full of hope, Spurs disappoints with no hope, but when with no hope, they seem to turn up? This has been for years and years.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest, I don't think half of them can deal with the pressure that's put on them. Anytime there's a chance to succeed, I don't know. I think it's just weak mentality around the club, But look, at the end of the day, this problem was made in the summer when the business we didn't do was come back to haunt us. And I'm one of them. I think we had a good summer window, but I did say not buying that second centre back will come back to haunt you, and it has. Not bringing in another striker, I said, will come back to haunt you, because at the end of the day, Richie, he's not going to score every single game, but that's where you need a second striker to be able to change a look. It's coming back to haunt us. These poor decisions are coming back to haunt us. We're so reliant on the same individuals every single game, and there's going to be games where they have the off games. But the reality is you have to have other players there to be able to step in, like City do, like Liverpool do, and stuff like that. And if we want to get to that level, we have to start being a bit more gung-ho in the market. And I'd hope now, looking at that, is a kick up the ass to the board for January transfer window, and that they do go after it with a bit more gusto and try and solve the squad issues. But look, saying that, we're still only 4 points off top. So, but look, when it comes to, and look, I'll be honest, I've sort of refrained from saying this for a while, but when it comes to the mentality, Postecoglou or a manager can only do it for so far. But when they're still having to use the dregs of other previous manager squads that have got their managers sacked and stuff like that, this sort of shit happens. Playing 2 fullbacks in at centre back, we shouldn't be in this position. We were a fucking top 6 team for the last decade. We should not be in this position, and because we allow players to sit here who don't perform, that allows that weak mentality to set in. And the sad thing is, the ones that sit around and don't do anything or add anything are the players that have been here the longest. So until that's ripped out, you're not going to see that change.
I agree with this idea that maybe when there's a lot of pressure on these players and when there's a lot of pressure on this team, they have crumbled in the past, and they're still showing that maybe to a degree right now, that when there is a bit of pressure to climb further up the table, to, start to get into a more serious conversation about top four titles, that sort of thing, often we don't really come through. And this was one of those, I guess. But fair play to Brighton too. I mean, they seem very motivated actually out of this game. They clearly far more motivated than we were to grab 3 points, and they deserved it. It's just, you figure that we would also have a similar type of desire, a similar type of hunger, but we just didn't show it. We just didn't show it today, Alan. I hope we get to see it in the next game, because it's just frustrating, man. A huge opportunity, and a huge opportunity wasted with Arsenal as well, losing 2-0 down. Like I said, Aston Villa dropping points. And maybe with that was probably part of the reason why maybe they sort of crumbled. It was just that sort of expectation that we would, continue to push on, and they couldn't meet it. They couldn't meet that expectation. Big up to you, though. Big up to you, Al Ben. Really appreciate the support as well today, as always. And to Bottom Duda, good to see you, sir. And he says, I am beginning to understand why Juve were happy to sell Kulusevski, but I don't understand why they need Højbjerg. It's Bottom Dude, I appreciate the support. Might have to disagree with you. I think that's reading into Kulusevski far too much here out of this game. I think he's clearly been one of the more consistent performers for us this season. He's been carrying us in a lot of games. He's also probably been better than, I would say, a lot of sort of the big name wingers around the Premier League. Like, look at the top six, like some of the wingers like Antony, etc., around sort of the Premier League that haven't actually had as great of a season, you might think. Even like Jack Grealish, I would say, right, has taken a long time to even start cooking and things like that. So I think it's being a bit harsh on Kulusevski there. And I think he's probably been one of our more consistent players actually this season. And he's also been a very hard-working midfielder for us. He's played a variety of different positions. I think he's exceptionally useful. I would not trade Kulusevski for the world. I think he's been terrific for us, but I don't know. I guess might have to agree to disagree on that one.
He's played some of the most minutes in the Spurs squad this season. You've got Vicario, Kulu, and Pedro Porro, three of the players that have played the most minutes this season. So when it comes to Kulu, look, I think he's been outstanding this season in terms of work rate, out of possession, on the ball. I think he's done well as well. But look, this is what I say, you can't keep relying on Kulu, Son, and Richarlison every single game. This is where other players have to step up. I'd actually be looking at Brennan Johnson today. He had himself in the better positions all game long, but don't fuck all with it. That ball that came over the top, and he's got Son and Richarlison just standing there waiting for a pass to tap it home. And he slows it down and then takes a wonky touch, and the opportunity's gone. First couple of minutes, he had two opportunities to find someone in the box and doesn't do it. I mean, that's where I'd be more looking today at Brennan Johnson. Look, Kulusevski and Son were poor today. They were also poor against Everton, don't get me wrong. But we do this. When we lose, we always go for the obvious players who are the ones that always stand up most weeks.
Yeah.
It's about asking questions of other players. When are they going to step up?
I think he's been one of our better players this season, to be honest, about him, Duda.
He's created the most chances from open play, more than any other Premier League player this season.
Yeah, and also if you were to go into his stats, I mean, his stats, like I say, his stats show that he is a top six winger in that, or whatever position he prefers, but he has been deservedly one of the better players around this team, and the numbers and everything reflect that. It's just been a really bad day for him and a really bad day for Sonny. I actually think both of them together were really poor, but we've been relying on them a lot this season, so I'm going to have to agree to disagree. And then on Højbjerg, really bad day from him. I'm going to be perfectly honest, really bad day, but I don't need to defend Højbjerg, even though he's gone anyway. Yeah, I think he's gone anyway, so to be honest, it's just how it is. Maybe Juventus don't need him, in your opinion, but I don't know. I think he's already gone anyway, and I don't need to spend time defending Højbjerg like I often do, because today was a really bad day for him anyways, so it's not really much to defend. But big up to Bottom Duda. Might have to agree to disagree with you there. Jacob Anderson, member for 23 months. Thank you, Jacob, and you've been with us forever. Really do appreciate it, especially as an elite member. And he says, this game was the worst one this season. When Kulu isn't playing well, then the team doesn't play well. They're used to him carrying the ball and creating chances. Yeah. I am happy for Alejo Valise, though. That's a good point about sort of the ball carrying in midfield, right? What Kulusevski is probably best at is taking on his man and sort of just driving it through the midfield. I actually compared him often to sort of what Joe Linton was like first to Newcastle when they sort of moved him into the midfield. He did a very good job at sort of just carrying the ball through midfield, being that sort of powerful dribbler, that powerful runner, and we just didn't get to see that on display as much today. And he, like Dave said earlier, and like you're saying, Jacob, he's kind of been our main creator in a lot of cases too. Since Madison's been gone, we've had to rely more on Kulusevski to create our chances and create openings for us. And today just wasn't as, as effective as he can be, as at least we know he can be, at least in Dave and I's opinion. And but maybe on a slightly positive note, Dave, Alejo Valise, who doesn't love a passionate celebration as well? I mean, Rasmus Højlund probably was even jealous of that celebration. Alejo Valise, as many goals in the Premier League as Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah, madness, absolute madness. Look, I love to see. I love to see what it meant to him as well. It was nice for him. It meant absolutely so much to him, which is brilliant to see. But he took his goal well as well, to be fair. He absolutely took it well. From what I've seen him in the under-21s, he's had a lot of chances, but he hasn't taken any of them. But he took that one very well. You could see what it means to him, delighted for him. It's probably one of the only plus notes of today.
Yeah, one of the only positives probably, Jacob, is probably that one from Alejo Valise. Appreciate your support, man. I'm sorry that, you had to use your 23-month milestone on this sort of type of thing. I wish it was about happier, more positive kind of notes, but it's just how it is. We just have to analyze the game for what it is. Big up to you, Jacob, though, and appreciate your support for as long as you've been around. And also Michael as well from Poland, been around a long, long time, 20 months as a fan show member. Really appreciate that, Michael. Thank you for your service, as well as Jacob's. And he says, hard to make anything actually out of this performance. It was trash defending, brain dead moments. Then we got into sixth gear all of a sudden out of nowhere and then play them out of the park. That's probably a fair analysis, actually, Michael. And that's where it's a hard game to understand and a hard game to get your head around. And even Dave and I sort of in the first half were really ripping into a lot of the players because we were just confused about the lack of effort, the lack of will, the lack of hunger. It wasn't as much always having to do with just Brighton being better. It was also just Brighton wanted it more. And that's what also was slightly confusing, is sort of like, why aren't they motivated for this type of game, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, Michael, it's a hard game to really get your head around. I mean, Dave, would you agree with that? That's kind of, you can take a lot of things from it, but it's just a confusing game. It was.
Look, great analysis, by the way. One thing I think I take from it is the fact that we could have very easily crumbled like we did against Newcastle last year, right? And we could have came out of here really embarrassed. Showed a little bit of fight, which I suppose is decent, but look, again, too little, too late. I'm not being funny, but it's easy to start being brave and start playing when you're 4-0 down. Very, very easy, because there's no consequences to it. Look, I agree with you, Jack. It was just they came out of the blocks and they wanted it a lot more. They pressed with intent, they pressed as a team, and on the ball they showed that bit of quality. But not only that, they ran at us and they tried to open us up. We didn't, we started in good areas. First 11 minutes we had the better of the game, but we just lost our way and we became scared. We couldn't play through that Brighton press, which resulted to us playing long ball, which resulted in the first half that we've seen. One thing led to another. But fair analysis, Michael, spot on.
Yeah. I appreciate you trying to make sense of it in any way, Michael, but probably a hard one to make any sense out of. And appreciate your support as well for as long as you've been around. And once again, I say, like I said with Jake, I'm sorry that you had to use your 20-month milestone on something like that, my man. But we really do appreciate your support over this time. And then as well, Jerome saying, I'm seriously starting to doubt Johnson. He was absolutely poor today and had a huge chance in the first half and shot instead of passing. I was pretty livid with him on that one, Jerome. It sort of felt like Raheem Sterling with that one where he didn't square it, to his teammates and ended up going for the shot instead. I'm just confused why you don't square it in that type of scenario. It's an easy goal when you do. They both were on sides. He could have misplaced it to Sonny, and it still would have ended up at Richarlison's feet. It was one of those squares that you couldn't even miss. Even I could have been able to square it there. I just don't know whether he didn't see them, didn't hear them. Also, he had a really bad touch as well. Like, he had a shocking touch that ended up leading so that he sort of had to take a shot, I guess, because he ruined the chance himself. If I were to read deeply, even though I sort of said earlier that I won't, and I do mean that I won't try to read too much into some of these players' individual performances, if I were to pick one player to read more individually into, it actually would be Johnson. Just because I think once again he's found himself with opportunities to score or get an assist or create, and he hasn't done it. And it's concerning because his cross and his overall final ball is pretty terrible at times. His final ball can be pretty lacking. And then also when he's had chances to score or just be clinical, like I thought he was at Nottingham Forest, which I saw in the past, he had been clinical for them. He hasn't been that clinical for us. So if I were to dig into somebody or read more into somebody's performance today, it would be Johnson's, but I'm going to just say out loud, I did sort of say earlier that I'm going to try not to, out of the benefit of the doubt.
Look, what I will say is though, with Brennan Johnson, it's a frustration we've had with him before this game, though, Jack.
Correct.
Coming into this game.
Correct. That's true.
You know, when you actually go back and look at the games, and of course, me and you, we go back and look at most games sort of the next day and stuff like that before we come out again. But when you go back and look at most games that he's played, he gets himself into great opportunities, whether it's in behind down the wing or whether it's in goal scoring opportunities. However, that end product isn't there. And what's really frustrating is, and it reminds me a little bit of Gareth Bale or Aaron Lennon when they first came here, get themselves into great positions, but that end product isn't there. That's something he's going to have to work on. That decision making is something he's going to have to work on. You know, you can't have everyone out there shouting a decision for him to make. He's going to have to start learning that himself. His career could go two ways. He could really kick on and that decision making clicks and he becomes an absolute unbelievable asset. Or it doesn't and he just becomes one of them really frustrating players similar to a Steven Bergwijn.
Yeah.
The options is his. And the only way you improve that decision making is on the training pitch.
Yeah. Similar to Bergwijn as well, right? Found himself with good opportunities, like continues to find himself in good areas and is found and is receiving the ball in good areas, but then isn't doing anything with it. And that's frustrating. I'd say it's almost a bit of a Darwin Nunez type of complex going on with Johnson right now. And it is frustrating to watch, man. But I hope he turns it around because, like you say there, I think he should have easily had a goal and an assist tonight. To Bottom Duda saying, why was Richie substituted? He had no supply or he means no service today. Yeah, I think with Richarlison, I'm not going to, I don't think there's much.
Don't forget he was carrying a back injury.
He's carrying a back injury. I don't think there's really much to read into his performance. Like, I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch by any means, actually. I think he also showed more effort, at least in the press, than Johnson or Sonny did. I think Sonny and Johnson were kind of lacking a little bit in that press from the front three. And then Richarlison's hold-up play, I don't remember him giving the ball away, actually, that often. Like, when he did get the ball into feet, he did an all right job at holding it up. It's just that when he did have chances today, he wasn't as clinical as he could be. And that's something that we have seen before with Richarlison. But again, like, I don't think he was by any means actually the worst player. And I actually think he found himself with good opportunities kind of off his own hard work. It's just that he wasn't the sharpest today at the office. He wasn't.
To remember, the game was gone when he came off. I think it was more preserving the knock that he has in his back, the injury that he's got in his back, and maybe not making it worse because we're going to need to rely on him, right? Mm-hmm. But look, I disagree that he didn't get chances today. He got 2 disallowed goals. He was found offside quite a lot. There was even a ball earlier on that Kulu tried to play to him.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why, because Richarlison was offside. He was a bit eager today in jumping that line. And then he had a couple of other opportunities that he sort of hit the post. A couple went wide. Look, it's just one of them days at the office for him. The opportunities came his way. He just maybe wasn't as clinical as he has been the last few weeks. But like I said, that happens. Even Harry Kane had days like that. But when you do, you're hoping that other players can step up, and they didn't.
Yeah, well said. But yeah, I'd agree with Dave, actually, to Bomb Dude. I do think there was opportunities for him, and maybe he could have done better with them, but he's been really good of recent, so I'm not going to try to dig into him too much. And I think the overall effort was there. Orox Beats, member for 5 months as a fan show member. Appreciate you, Orox. And he's saying, terrible. We need 2 new wingers, a starting striker, a 1 midfielder, and 2 center backs. Levy needs to pay up, or he needs to F off. One of those games right before the January transfer window, what I'm pretty sure Daniel Levy is going to be around a lot of the conversations. And, I mean, rightfully so, because we are missing players in certain areas of this squad. We are missing, I think, another striker. As much as Richarlison has shown up recently, it'd be nice to have another striker of some kind that we could throw on in case it's not Richie's best day at the office, because he's not one of those strikers that you just sort of keep in the team no matter what. Like, if he's not having a great day, you maybe have to look towards someone else or something else to maybe get you the goals that you need. But we just don't have that. We sort of just have to play Richie. We kind of have to just force him in there, and it's tough because then that could lead to injuries and other things like that. And also when it comes to the midfield, I mean, Gio Lo Celso, I just continue to be sort of underwhelmed by. I think I'd be all right with him leaving because then that means we could probably get a replacement midfielder of some sort of creative type into that midfield, and that could actually help us out a bit. Højbjerg's leaving, so it looks like we'll be looking for a replacement anyways there. 2 center backs, obviously. When it comes to wingers, I mean, we already have a lot, Orux beats, so I'd actually say we need to get rid of some wingers before we bring in any more because Monter Solomon, Brian Hill, Sonny, Kulusevski, Johnson, probably even missing another, so there's a lot of wingers there. So we either have to get rid of some of them before we bring them in, but pretty much the majority of that list I agree with. And also Daniel Levy definitely is going to be around the conversations for sure. To bottom due to saying Brighton subs made instant difference. Ours did not. Good point. Good point. And I actually had wished that maybe if I were to have some sort of slight amendment, maybe we could have had some substitutions a bit sooner, just because certain players that did come on showed a lot more effort than the starting players did. For example, go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree slightly. I think the subs did make a difference. Lo Celso made a difference when he came in there, gave us a bit more bite and was okay progressing the ball. Some sloppy passes there, but he made a difference. Gill came on, he was direct. He made a difference. You know, we had multiple opportunities there between 90 minutes and the added time to be able to go and get the turn and maybe a quick 4. Look, there was a lot of good defending by Brighton, bodies on the line, something we didn't do when they had their opportunities, and they got their rewards for it today. But look, I think the Felice scored. I think they did make an impact. I think they were too late personally. I think they should have been earlier. You know, when they came on, we had Brighton press back in in on top of their own box. We were relentless there for about a 10-minute spell. So I do think they had an impact. I think they were a bit too late personally. We only sort of brought them on when the game was gone. But look, like I said, it's easy to come on and have an impact when you're 4-0 down. It's easy to be brave when you're 4-0 down, you know. And it's easy to look and stand out when no one else is performing, nowhere near that level. So, look, again, it's one of them. It's hard to analyse, but I disagree. I do think the subs had a bit of a better impact. They went after the ball with a lot more intensity as well, I would say. Just quickly back to Oroc's beats. Look, I was only saying to Ollie earlier on, a good friend of mine, we need to strengthen right down the middle of that team. We need another centre back in here. We should not be in this position. And look, we're not in this position because of injuries, by the way. Yes, Romero and Van de Ven are out injured, but the club should already have plans in place for injuries to happen. The fact that we're relying on 2 centre backs is shocking. So they need to stump up for the cash this January for centre backs. It's been a long outstanding issue that I've flagged for many years right now, and that the fact that we're still sitting here talking about it coming back to haunt us is pissing me off. When it comes to midfielders, Højbjerg's gone, so that means we'll have to bring in one, especially with Basuma and Sarr going. Hopefully we get them in nice and early. And look, although Richie, you know, he found himself in a lot of positions today. Sometimes as a striker, it just doesn't go your way. And this is where I say you bring in the competition. You have that someone else off the bench to put in there, and hopefully he takes one of them chances. So, look, I agree with you, and it's up to Daniel Levy now. You know, the squad of players and the management and Ange Postecoglou and all the backroom team and everybody else, they've took this literally as far as they can. They've rinsed every ounce out of these guys. Now it's over to the board. Stump up. You've got an amazing opportunity now that might not present itself for another 4 to 5 years, where City are slightly off the boil. Liverpool haven't got going yet. Arsenal, you know, are they still flaky? There's an amazing opportunity, a bit like the year where we finished second under Pochettino, for us to do something. When we get the likes of Maddison, Van de Ven, people like that back as well. So it's over to the board. You're absolutely spot on, my man.
It's up to Daniel Levy to see what he can muster in terms of the transfer market. And then, yeah, I'd agree with you, Dave, that actually the subs did show more effort, which is really all we were asking for in the second half. Could they have maybe happened sooner, to bottom Duda? Perhaps. I think maybe some of the subs could have happened maybe a little sooner. Maybe we could have seen that. But again, not too many criticisms for Ange on my behalf. Aaron J. saying the Spursy DNA lives on no matter the manager. I don't like using that word, to be honest, Aaron, but it's one of those where we brought up earlier where it's like when the pressure is on sometimes, we've seen this team and the squad and this club crumble before when the pressure is on, when there is a good chance also just to take advantage of other people's, kind of drop points of other people's misery. And Spurs rarely seem to sort of, take advantage of it. We sort of like to get these wins when maybe there's no pressure on us. And this was one where, we had a good chance to climb further up the table and we just didn't take it. But I've said that before under different managers, like you say. Just don't really like to use the Spursy word with it, but I agree with you, to be honest. Like, it's something that has haunted us before.
When you don't have a full squad, the Spursy tag is always going to be there. It's that simple. You got to fill out a squad to compete. I'm sick of saying it. Until we do that, we're always going to be deemed Spursy because we end up running out of numbers. Yeah. Even if we do make it to the last day of the season, we're in a title race, or even if we do make it to an FA Cup final, you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to carry injuries, this, that, and the other. And, we just won't get over the line because of this. So we have to learn to fill out a squad. It's the reason why we didn't get over the line under Pochettino. He had a few players that he could trust, the bare 11, and maybe one or two off the bench. But after that, what did he have? Clinton, NG, and fucking Nkudu. The Spursy DNA will always live on until we fill out the squad properly and stop acting the bollocks with it.
Very good point. Orux Beats, again, really appreciate the support, man. And he says, we need one new striker, one left winger, and one right winger, one new number 6, and 2 new center backs. Pay up or F off Levy. I think you very much, got across the right way. I think we agreed with you for the most part with your list from earlier there, Orux Beats, and appreciate once again, your support as a fan show member as well. And I agree with the striker. When it comes to the wingers, I think I'd agree with you if we got rid of some, but we have so many right now that it's almost impossible, I think, to sign any more because then we're just having like 5 wingers on the bench that we don't really end up using. And then a number 6 is probably going to happen actually this window just because Højbjerg's gone, Lo Celso likely to go, Bentancur, who knows when he's going to be back fully healthy. So, and Basuma, right, gone to AFCON. So I'd actually sort of expect Spurs to maybe think about signing another midfielder in that sort of number 6 type role. Hard to know what type of one or how experienced or how ready that person will be. I guess we'll find out. But center backs as soon as possible. Dave and I even had a podcast a few weeks ago where I had sort of asked him, and I think it was just a one-on-one with me and Dave, and I'd sort of just asked him, like, is it sort of or how necessary is it that Spurs sign somebody within the first 10 days? I think we both said it's absolutely imperative, but now it's even more imperative. And also it's like just needs to be center backs that are signed. I think Emerson is trying his best out there, but it's just not really realistic for the majority of the season. It's only something that you probably have to do when you're totally desperate. But if we shouldn't be where we lose 1 or 2 center backs, then all of a sudden we're down to fullback FC. It's just, it's not realistic really. So I agree with you on a lot of that list. Once again, Orux Beats, and appreciate your support, man.
Big up, man.
And then Yid Army says, is this an Ange masterclass? I'm telling Daniel we need, is this an Ange masterclass in telling Daniel we need 2 defenders, a winger, and a striker?
Just on that, Yid Army 44, I mean, Postecoglou told Daniel that in the summer. This is my whole point. He told Daniel Levy when he walked into this club, I need 2 senior centre-backs brought in 1. And this is always the case. And managers are and this is every manager's frustration when they leave Tottenham. Every manager comes out down the line and say, well, I wanted this. And at the time, fans go, oh, well, he's not asking for it. He mustn't want it. And years down the line, quotes come out, even Jose Mourinho, I had Kim Min-jae lined up for 5 million. The board said no, brought me and Joe Rodon for 11 million. And look where Kim Min-jae is now. Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? Like, this is every manager's frustration walking away from this club. And look, I just hope Postecoglou gets it. He's even reiterated and doubled down in his press conferences now, even before games, speaking, I need a centre-back in January. It's top priority. Ideally, I want it in early, and he's given all the reasons to give them time to settle, to get them up to speed, depending on what league they're coming from, this, that, and the other. So now it's up to them. You better listen to the guy. He already told you what he needed because he could foresee what was coming. He also knows what a successful, how much of a squad you need to be able to have a successful campaign. But yet we go, well, do you know what? We'll meet you halfway. We'll give you 50% of what you need. And then there'll be the very ones moaning, going, but you didn't achieve our objectives. Yeah, because you only gave me 50% of what I told you we needed to achieve them. It's just an ongoing circle, and it winds me the fuck up. Hopefully, we finally get the centre-back issue sorted out this January. I'll be banging the drum on it for 4 years. Quite frankly, I'm embarrassed that I'm still sitting here talking about it.
It's just annoying that we still have to keep talking about the the need for center backs. So many managers have been left down by the lack of squad depth, especially in the defensive areas. Really have been, and I hope
And
so. And he's already been asking well before this game even happened. Actually, Yid Army, he asked
Mm.
before this game even happened.
And the thing is, we can all sit here and question Conte's managerial abilities, Jose's managerial abilities, Nuno's managerial abilities. Let's go into Ryan Mason and Stellini as well, because they've all sort of got the axe with this. I mean, it can't be all of them, right? At some point, the club have to take the responsibility. And I'm at the point now, and hopefully everyone else is, now that they love Ange Postecoglou and the way we've been playing and stuff like that, that they also feel the same now. I really do. Hopefully they learn their lessons now. Like I said, 4 points off top, massive opportunity. Show your ambition. Let's see what you're going to do.
And then Jerome here as well, saying we cannot be saying those players are tired. This is the first time we are having this run of games. We play once a week. Should have at least gotten a draw against Brighton. I agree with
Postecoglou has said, just quickly, maybe that's alluding to what Postecoglou said. Let me just get it up for you, Jack. We looked a little bit tired and we were lacking sharpness. It's understandable because we've been on this run for a while now. Today we've looked like we ran out of a bit of steam, and Brighton are a good side. So that's what he has to say. Postecoglou sort of alluded to as well. Maybe the players are a bit tired.
He's just trying to give them an excuse in some way, Jerome. He's not trying to throw them under the bus. It's really what it is. I wouldn't read all that much into it. I don't even think he means what he's saying. I don't think he even believes really what he's saying. He's just sort of saying it. He's just saying it to take the pressure off of them, to try to keep them out of the limelight for right now. But once again, Postecoglou trying to take the high road, I guess, in this situation instead of trying to save himself or anything like that. And it's fair play to him, but I don't think it should really be read into all that much. I don't think they really should have the excuse of being tired. Maybe only certain players that have sort of had to play pretty much every game so far this season could maybe have that excuse. Like I said, I think Sonny had probably one of his worst games so far this season, but he's been somebody that's been pretty much forced to play through injury, forced to play through knocks, pretty much played almost every minute so far. So I think he's almost entitled to not having a great day at the office. Same thing with Kulusevski. We practically run him into the ground, I would say, this season. And so that might be certain players you could give that excuse to. But for the most part, you're right. We've played very few fixtures. We've played fewer fixtures than mostly any other team around the Premier League, or just as much as pretty much teams in the relegation type of hunt teams, because we have no European football. We have nothing really to actually bog us down that much. But you could say all the injuries, suspensions, etc., have really put a toll on this squad and have asked a lot of certain players, and we're pretty much threadbare right now, and we're trying to make best use of it. But I'd say that the excuse of I don't know. I'd say the excuse of tiredness is somewhat true for some players, but not really totally true at the end of the day, because there are teams that play far more often than what we have. So it's one of those that I sort of don't really read all that much into, to be perfectly honest. I'd maybe give one or maybe a couple of players, a few players that excuse, but not that many.
No, I completely agree with you. First of all, Emerson shouldn't be tired. Davies shouldn't be tired. They spent the first sort of 12 games riding the bench. So I don't take that. Lo Celso shouldn't be tired. Højbjerg shouldn't be tired, right? They spent most of the season riding the bench. So, look, Ange Postecoglou's just making an excuse. Going into that press conference, right, you got to remember, it's very, very quickly them interviews after the game. Now, you've got to make a split-second decision. Do I go in there and give the players pelters, or do I give them an excuse and do it behind closed doors? Well, I mean, he's obviously watched what called up his mind. So Jack's completely correct. He's just making an excuse for the players on this occasion. He's not going to go out there, throw them under the bus, this, that, and the other. Tiredness is no excuse. You look at it. We out of the Carabao Cup at the first opportunity. No European football. Brian have European football. Brighton, Premier League as well. They've doubled the games to what we've played this season, yet they look fresher than us. That wasn't down to tiredness. That was just down to a lack of desire, a lack of hunger, a lack of want, a lack of energy, a lack of willing to move about. It's that simple. That's all it comes down to. Nothing else. Just a lack of effort. no excuse for it. But you also have to understand, if you're Postecoglou, when you walk into that interview and you make that split-second decision, what do you do? So, I don't want to hear anyone go after Postecoglou saying, why is he protecting the players? Because I can guarantee you he gave out when Conte threw them under the bus. So, we just have to understand managers will play 5D chess in modern day football. But, yeah, I don't buy it one bit. I'm with you guys.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I think Postecoglou is just trying to find a way to take the pressure off of them or not really dig into them all that much. And fair play to him, Jerome. And no.
What does he get? What does he gain from it? Everyone was
and as much
bad.
as I
what
have
does he gain from it? Nothing.
As much as I have defended Conte and Jose and stuff in the past, I have admitted that that's a mistake that they have made when the pressure was sort of on the team, when there was a sort of a lot of attention on Spurs and a lot of drama around Spurs. They didn't exactly help the situation by, casting some blame on the players, etc. Like, it didn't really help the situation at all. And I think Anne just sort of trying to avoid that here, basically by just sort of saying something that, can't really be taken all that seriously or probably isn't even that true, to be honest. So I don't know. But yeah.
I don't hope the way we do, Jack, just quickly is that, look, everyone was that bad. Everything was that bad. That it's just one of them. Dust yourselves down, move on. No point in dwelling on it. I think that's maybe the attitude. To be honest with you, it's just one of them. But big up, Jerome. Really appreciate support.
And then Aurochs Beats, once again, very, very, very generous of you as well. Wow. Really do appreciate that, sir. And believe me, man, no negativity at all. But I think Dave and I...
We're all human. We're all with them, Jack.
Dave and I think Dave and I have actually calmed down sort of after the first half. But, Dave and I were absolutely fuming in that first half. And a lot of people, I think, thought that maybe we were going a little too early, even on sort of our frustration, our sort of anger, where it feels like now maybe a lot of people are just about as angry as we were sort of in the first half. Now maybe people have I guess it's sort of settled in, or it's sort of set in for a lot of people, this sort of anger and frustration. And I don't see it as negativity at all, Aurochs Beats, just making that clear to you. And he's saying, I'm just fuming right now. We can get Garassi for 15 million. We could also get Illing Jr. and maybe a Højbjerg swap. Somerville for Rodon and Spence plus about 15 million. Todibo for around 35 million. And Vermeeren for around 25 million. That's almost 90 million. Not a lot. Listen, Aurochs, I think we all have our preferences and we all have, who we prefer to come into this team, but Spurs just need bodies through the door as quickly as possible, especially in that center back department. I'd say Todibo is probably my preferred choice when it comes to maybe between him and Dragusin. That's just because of Dragusin. I haven't seen that much of him over at Genoa. I would say, though, we've had success in the past with Serie A transfers more than we have with Liga. That's just sort of, being a, kind of a superstitious person when it comes to the transfers, that maybe the Liga transfers haven't done us as much justice. But Liga players, I must say, are more consistently able to make that adjustment to the Premier League, and probably some of the more talented players around Europe have actually come out of that league recently. But Spurs in the past have had a lot more success, I would say, in the Serie A since Paratici has come through. So if Dragusin is maybe more of a Paratici signing of some kind, maybe I might lean towards that one just because that's where we've had more success. But Todibo, for me, I think he's more experienced than Dragusin. He's played at a very good Nice side. He's also playing alongside Dante, who I think is terrific sort of center back to be learning from, kind of picking up tips and tricks off a very experienced player. And also Todibo seems to be very good on the ball. For what sort of his best attributes I can tell is that he's actually quite good in possession and very good sort of in retaining the ball and kind of keeping, the possession going. So that's kind of what we need, because Emerson and Davies in comparison are very shaky at times and do give the ball away unnecessarily. And I don't know if Todibo would do that nearly as much. So I'd say I'd lean towards him. Also because Nice right now, they are an informed defense. I believe they have the best defense in the Liga right now at this stage, or at least one of the best defenses in Liga so far this season. So clearly he is a defender that's also in form right now and could help us out a lot. When it comes to some of those other players you mentioned,
Vermeeren, he's the young Belgian kid, isn't he?
It might be. I'm trying to...
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Is he for Ajax?
No, he plays... No.
I think he plays for PSV. Does he play for PSV?
No, I'll tell you now. I think he actually plays in the Belgian league, if I'm correct. Arthur Vermeeren, Belgian midfielder. That's him. Let's see who he
Plays for
with.
Royal Antwerp, it says. I'm not.
Yeah, Royal Antwerp. So the team that Alderweireld is with. This guy's very, very highly rated. Very, very highly rated in and around Belgian football and stuff like that. But again, how ready is he to come here and make an impact? I'm not quite so sure on that. Look, don't get me wrong, I do like him. Like I said, very, very highly rated. But you're more buying into potential. And I've also seen us linked with that other guy from Blackburn, Adam Wharton, another very highly rated, talented player. And I think it'll be between one of them, personally, maybe to come in the door.
Yeah.
But let's wait and see what happens with him. But I'm with you on that one. As for Spence, correct me if I'm wrong, but is he not loaned out till the summer? So we won't do anything with that until the summer anyway, until he's back. So
I'm not sure we need him either.
With that. With Guirassy, I did see a rumour before we went live with the pre-match build-up saying that Tottenham are willing to sort of go and trigger, I think it's 17 million or something like that in the release clause, willing to go and trigger it. However, I would say it's his first real sort of prolific season.
Yeah.
And are you just sort of knee-jerking? And will that same quality be there when he moves club or plays in a different system, or even going into next season?
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in that position because then it just delays bringing in another striker for proper competition. So, look, it's one of them. It's a tricky window, but it's all about just making sure you get in the right quality, man. I do like where your head's at, though. And last of all, never ever apologise. I mean, I was just as fuming as you. Probably maybe a bit over the top. I understand, Steve D and Davy Shire and that maybe sort of thinking it was a bit over the top. But look, I just get let down as much as anybody, like I keep saying, I'm a loser. I've got nothing else in life but Tottenham Hotspur, my family. And when Tottenham don't win, it upsets me. So I never need to apologise. I'm your brother in that regard, man.
And I think we all have our preferences when it comes to players, but I agree with just sort of needing to spend, and also a lot of the positions that you pointed out that we need players in, I'd agree with that. And also on Vermeeren, I don't know anything about him, but if we were to sell a Lo Celso, I'd be all right with bringing in a talented midfielder, somebody like him, I guess. I'm not saying I know anything about Vermeeren, but it makes sense to replace Lo Celso with somebody who is supposed to be like, Lo Celso was brought in to be a talented midfielder for our team, but has never come to fruition and has never exactly shown that he can do it. So I'd say sign somebody that maybe was supposed to do what Lo Celso was supposed to do, or, come in to do what Lo Celso was supposed to do, really, as sort of a talented midfielder. So maybe Vermeeren's not a bad choice at all and kind of realistic in a way for what we actually could be able to go after in sort of a winter window, because it's tough in the winter window to get all the targets you want, or to be able to you don't have access to every player. A lot of players, they just won't be able to leave in the winter window, so that's what also makes it tough. And like Dave said, believe me, man, like we've all been there before when it comes to the passion, and I don't really ever see it as much negativity, especially after a game like this. I think there's so many reasons to be enraged. There's so many reasons just to be sort of done, just tired, just want to move on. I think almost any reaction is pretty much appropriate after this sort of performance and after this sort of game. And like Dave said, I think he and I were probably just maybe a little angrier before everybody else. Now I think, people have caught on, maybe started to realize, or not realize, sorry, just started to catch on and sort of the anger and the frustration. But I think after the first half, once we vented it all out, and we didn't see the result turn around, we just sort of, kind of shook hands with it and hoped that we see a better Spurs next time around.
And look, I do want to apologise to Stevie D and Davey as well. My intention isn't to come on here and argue with people. It never is. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing, but passion brings it out in different ways from different people, and that can create tension and arguments. So I do apologise on that front, but look, that's what football does when you both desperately want the same thing. So hopefully the boys can forgive me. And I'll see you all on the next one, because I'm checking out for the evening. I'm so disappointed with Tottenham.
As you should, Davo. Everybody, really do appreciate you all for, like I used to say, or like I always say, for just picking us as your destination for the watch-alongs. I'm sorry it wasn't the result that we wanted or needed. We hope that we just get it next time, but we do appreciate you all for tuning in. We do appreciate you all for participating in this watch-along, just being there with us, watching the game, suffering with us too. That's probably a good way to put it. But I hope that we come back a much better team, and I hope to see you all back for the next watch-along. If you can for us, smash the like button on your way out. Again, appreciate you all for picking us as your destination. And Dave. Talk 'em off.
Just quickly, no Twitter reacts. We don't do Twitter reacts when we lose because, quite frankly, it's depressing. It's only fun to do it when we win because we get so much enjoyment out of it. So don't expect
Just be
Twitter
repeating
reacts,
ourselves.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just when you lose, like you can see it in our faces. None of us want to be there doing it, so it is what it is. Yeah, and that's all I really wanted to say. No Twitter reacts, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. We'll put ourselves down and let's go again.
I guess just enjoy Arsenal's misery as well. You know, I'd argue maybe their defeat ours was bad. I'm not going to in any way try to compare them, but I'd say they probably feel just as low, if not lower, after that result that they just had, especially at home as well. Not definitely a huge game for them, and they did end up dropping points, which gives me a lot of satisfaction for sure, and makes my day a little bit easier. Makes my day a little bit more tolerable for sure. It makes it a bit more tolerable. But we'll see you next time,
It's hard to get
everybody.
the enjoyment out of their loss when you lose, but look,
Try your
anything
best.
to keep them from being top of the league,
Try your
it
best.
makes my day.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody, we'll see ya. Got to move on from this one. Hopefully we see a much better Spurs in the next game. But we do wish you well. We hope you have a wonderful new year and good rest of your week and an upcoming weekend. But come on, you Spurs.
Thank you
as
all
always.
so much for your support.
Yeah.
If only the team showed the same passion. See you all on the next one.
And as always, come on, you Spurs. In the Big Ange, we trust. We trust Big Ange over here. Absolutely love him. And feel bad for him for today. Really do. So Big Ange, we trust. We never stop. We'll be seeing you next